everybody. Welcome to Foo and Bob Music Review. You're watching Foo and Bob Music Review live on the real Foo TV. Remember to subscribe. I'm being joined by Bob, as always. What's up, Bob?
What's up, Thug Life?
Thug Life, huh? Okay. All right, so you're listening to Filter right now.
I'm not.
Well, the name of the song is Welcome to the Fold. And we want to say welcome to the late night edition of the Real Foo TV. People, we're here real late.
We're the Filter people, origami
Yes.
enthusiasts.
What?
Welcome to the fold. I mean, if origami was an Olympic sport, this would be the theme song.
All right, 1 second, please. All right. So we're going to be reviewing a couple of songs here tonight. We're going to be reviewing a song by a big fat guy. It's called, I think it's called The Cup. It's got a guy named Dave. Give me one moment. I'm trying to just turn off some stuff we got going on here. What's the guy's name again, Bob? Dave Blunt? I think his name is Dave Blunt. He's
No
an
idea.
incredibly overweight man.
That's that big fat one that looks like a booba?
Yeah, it's a big, heavy dude.
It's the booba.
Yes, he's a booba.
You know what I would like if his management ever come across this video, please have him sing the Booba song,
What is the
Booba
song?
theme song. And do you know that the Boobas in the Booba Zone travel around by farting? I feel like that's on brand for him.
Is that really a thing that they do on there, the boobas?
It
I think
is.
boobas was after my time. I don't know if I was a kid anymore when
Do you know how I discovered the Booba Zone?
How'd you discover it?
One time in college, I was in Bat Country,
Yes.
and a friend of mine was like, there's a fun computer game called the Booba Zone. And I was like, tell me more. And thus began a many-year love affair with the Booba Zone, and it was a very soothing place to go.
And what is the booba zone?
It no longer exists, but it
Really?
was a little, like, computer browser game where you could make the boobas become fractal patterns. You could make them bounce on trampolines.
I think you showed it to me one
I
time.
did. And it was, anytime I was, like, stressed out in college, I would, like, play the Booba Zone, and it was very soothing and safe space for me. I love the Boobas and the Booba Zone.
It sounds really cool.
It was great. It was a great time.
All right, so right now we're going to be taking a song out of the toilet, and we're going to see if we blow it up. We might blow it up, we might not. Who knows?
So are we only doing the Cup Man song, or are we
have
doing
another?
anything
We have
else?
another song. We have two songs. Okay, here it is. Blunt Man himself.
My lord, he looks like a sofa.
That's what I was saying. He looks just like a sofa. Maybe that's what they do. They kind of like camouflage him.
It's sad though.
Into the sofa,
I mean,
right.
isn't he kind of young?
I have no idea. You can go look that up. I think his name is Dave Blunt. I don't know if that's his real last name or he's just trying to be edgy and cool.
Wasn't there somebody or other Blunt who made one of those sappy British man songs in like the early 2000s?
I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Maybe I have no idea.
Like James Blunt or something like that. Do you remember that? There was somebody or other Blunt.
You know what that sounds like? Like I said, that's Dave Blunt to me sounds like a
My stars. He was born in 2001.
It sounds like an Xbox
Oh,
Live
God.
username.
He's a fetus. He's 24 years old, and he
he's
weighs approximately 8 tons.
He's a big fat fetus. This guy did a live show with an air tank on. It's pretty insane.
That's so sad. That's so sad.
This little story over here says that Dave Blunt escapes hospital to perform on life support and goes off.
That's not life support.
It says life support there.
Yeah, but that's not. That's an oxygen tank like you would carry around if you had emphysema or COPD.
All right, so we got Snoop Dogg who's making fun of Dave Blunt. I mean, Snoop Dogg laughing. Like, who's Snoop Dogg to laugh at anybody? He's pathetic.
Snoop Dogg
Right?
clearly hasn't seen himself recently.
Leave Dave Blunt alone! All right? Leave him
Is it-
alone.
I find it
get
hilarious
blown up.
that Chris Crocker is now like a tranny. That's very
wasn't
funny
he always
to
a
me.
tranny? I thought he always was.
I don't know, bro. I don't know these things.
All right. If it doesn't work out too well, we're gonna blow him up in the toilet. If this song sucks.
He's 24.
Yeah, wow.
That's so sad.
He's like 800 pounds. How much
That
does
is
he weigh?
so sad, dude. He's so young.
All right, so we're gonna watch Snoop Dogg make fun of him. Give me 1 second. I'm assuming he makes fun of him.
What up, guys? DJ
All right, let's see if this audio is working. It sounds extremely low. Give me 1 second.
In today's video, I want to show you legendary Uncle Snoop Dogg reacts to Dave Blunt's calling him out while
Bob, what's up with people who barely speak English making videos? I remember back in the day when you would be able to vote these people down, right? This is insane.
Yeah.
This guy barely speaks English.
performing on stage with an
He's like mumbling with a Russian accent.
oxygen tank. Check this out the video, come on.
Check this out. He sounds like your average trap rapper. Isn't that crazy?
Video, come on.
Let's hear this again one more time. Here's.
While performing on stage with an oxygen tank. Check this out the video, come on.
I do. What's up, Outlaw Boxing? Outlaw in the comments.
That was funny. Go ahead, little homie. I mean, big homie. Do your thing, cuz. I ain't fucking with you. Have your fun.
Hey man, he dissed Uncle Snoop Dogg straight from the stage, man. This is crazy, man.
Outlaw can't stand Snoop Dogg. I feel like most people who are like sensible people who got some intelligence don't like Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg looks like a whippet, like the dog
You
breed,
just got to be. I don't. Well, who's
or like
that
an
guy,
Italian
Trap?
greyhound.
I think he wasn't really. He was always kind of irritating, but like over the years, he's just it's gone to a whole nother level.
If he was architecture, he would be brutalism.
He's terrible. He's creepy too. He's creepy as hell, right? When you look at him, you can tell that dude's a diddler.
He looks
sure.
like a cactus.
He does. He's creepy, and
He's
that
like a sentient cactus.
that weed stuff is just intolerable nowadays.
Yeah, when people make marijuana their entire personality, it's kind of giving the same energy as making who they like to hump their whole entire personality. Like, no one cares.
No one gives a shit, right? Yeah, and some of those guys did make their humping their whole identity, didn't they?
It's like,
It's usually the gay one.
you can't have a hobby, you can't have interests, you can't have a career. No.
You know who made their
it is
sexuality?
who you would like to do adult activities with first, foremost, and
Madonna
entirely.
made her sexuality her entire identity, right?
Who?
Madonna, which is just to see her nowadays, just so comical, isn't it?
I mean, it's fitting, right? Because her entire ethos and persona is material culture and superficiality. So
Well, she was the material girl, right?
when you lose your looks, and that is the entire predicate of your personality and your way of being, like, there is nothing left.
Man, let's hear this.
Hi,
Honestly
Elkin
say
G.
I can't take it seriously,
What's
man.
up?
This is fun, bro. Guys, honestly to say, I think that dissing Uncle Snoop Dogg so hard, man, it was really bad choice,
This guy calls him Uncle Snoop Dogg. Oh my lord.
man. What you think about this whole situation? Please tell me in comment section and let's discuss about this topic. So guys, it was all. If you like how we don't forget to subscribe, YTV, get the notification bells.
I don't even know.
and with the
I don't even know
TV.
what the hell he said, but I'm gonna assume he probably got more subscribers than me,
He was
right?
it sounded like he put that sentence in a blender.
He learned English from watching trap rap videos. Right?
Yep. Outlaw Boxing is in the comments saying that whole look at me, I smoke weed, it's my whole personality. It is deeply pathetic.
It is.
Like,
It is.
cultivate a sense of self, cultivate some interests, read a book, touch some grass, I don't know, make
I mean,
a
look,
friend.
the dude's a little. I mean, when you're like 15 and you're playing on Xbox Live or whatever, video games all day or whatever, I guess it's a little tolerable. But when you're like in your 50s and bro, and you're over here like I smoke joints, I'm like, who the fuck cares?
I mean, like, I get it. It's his brand to an extent,
Yeah,
but
but
it does also feel like that is literally his entire, like, if you're spending time with him, the only way you're able to spend time with him is if he's absolutely blasted into
Yeah.
outer space. And sure, you can have some very amusing conversations with people who are baked out of their brains, but at a certain point, that loses its novelty. Just like being around somebody whose entire, like, contribution to your engagement with them is that they're attractive. Like, okay, cool, you're pretty to look at, but I can get a painting. I can get a statue. Like, I can get an object. I don't need to actually have you consuming my oxygen if that's all you've got to offer me.
You're going real far with that, Bob.
I'm
you don't
a
want
meanie.
these people consuming your oxygen?
No, I'm very offended that there's a whole list of people that I'm offended are allowed to consume oxygen. Like, I am aggrieved at a personal level.
That's really crazy. We're gonna look up before we get into the video. We're gonna look up just a little bit of Blunt's live, where he had this performance where he was like, I don't know, dying on stage or
But
something.
this is just so sad. He's so young. He's 24.
I mean, yeah, he's 24 and he's
That is so
he's getting all this
sad.
attention for just being a
Lord.
bad rapper who's fat. You think his fatness helped him to get popular? Because I think it did. I think it's a blessing in disguise. In a disguise that's very rotund. It's a very rotund disguise.
It's just sad, honestly. Like, above and beyond whatever his merit as a so-called musician, performer, whatever you want to call him, the fact that he is so young and so close to death because of his own...
How do you know he's close to death, Bob? He might not be.
You can't... Being obese
Yeah.
makes you more likely to die of literally anything at any moment. Okay? It raises your all-cause
okay.
mortality exponentially.
All right,
and
let's
the
not
bigger
think
you
about
are, the more it raises your risk of mortality.
Let's imagine that he's going to be fine. And he'll be fine. Let's say this real quick. We got a video here from Dave Blunt's. Where
This is just depressing.
should we not be watching this?
This is depressing. This makes me really sad, honestly.
Oh, come on. He's just fat.
Yeah, he's not
could
just
stop eating.
fat.
Oh, yeah,
he
this
can't
isn't Dave Blunt's.
move, bro. Like, he can't move. He can't
I've
walk around.
never seen a performer do it. Well, I saw John Davis perform once on a chair. But, I mean, that's because he broke his leg. This guy literally is just sitting because he's fat.
And if you look at, like,
He's too
the
fat to
way
stand.
his leg, like, his legs are oriented, you could tell that he has, like, dysplasia in his
This
pelvis.
fucking dude travels around the world touring, sitting on a couch.
Yeah, that's not even a chair. That's like a love seat.
He should wear like that. Remember Kim Kardashian? She had that outfit that perfectly blended in with the couch. Maybe he should.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to like channel that, right?
Yeah.
I feel
But
like that's what he's doing.
it's just sad. Like, and his management, honestly speaking, if he has like a management company of some description, like they should be intervening and being like, no, dude, you're going to fat camp. You're getting a gastric bypass. Like we're doing something.
So Dave Blunt says that he's going to try to crowd surf in his next
surf during
tour.
this,
You don't want to be caught at one of his concerts,
my
people, because you
goodness.
might not survive. Isn't that kind of corny that the rap scene's like robbed fucking crowd surfing? Like they're just stealing everything from the rock.
I mean, ever
the rock
since
scene.
Lil Wayne decided
Dudes
he
are
wanted to
crowd
be
surfing
like
now.
pop punk,
That's just the shit is so corny. Like, dudes, come up with your own shit.
I
man.
feel like Lil Wayne saw who was that band?
No, I just think it's funny because
Lil Wayne saw like a Green Day concert and he was like, "This is my whole personality
dudes are
now."
crying all day about cultural appropriation. That don't take our identity. Then you motherfuckers are wearing like ripped up clothes, Metallica shirts, you know, everything. And now the rap, they're fucking
Fake playing
they're
the
crowd
electric
surfing
guitar.
and headbanging, and growing their hair long, and you know, trying to look like rockers and all that.
Yeah.
during
And
this
rockers are all like, I don't know, becoming emo? They're becoming like emo bands?
No, the rappers are becoming like fucking emo, and that's
Yeah.
what this guy,
It's
from what I heard,
sad
this Blunts
rap.
guy sounds like straight up emo music. It sounds like
Yes.
rap emo.
He wrote a love song to a beverage. Like,
He says he's more than just fat. What is he then?
he's super fat.
He's more than just a fat body. Hey, we know that, man. We know. He's
addicted to the cup.
He's a drug addict wrapped in a giant fat body.
I don't think you should do that.
I
You
think
know
I
how
can,
they
bro.
always,
I don't have
you know
bitch
how they
ass-
always say
why
like,
is this video so fucked up? Look, let's hear this, Bob. This guy's gonna talk about how he wants to crowd surf at his next concert.
fans, bro. Like they will
the thing.
hold me.
You might hurt yourself. or
Why
Lord
is this video all fucked up like that?
forbid
Probably
kill
because they're
somebody.
trying to
Hey
avoid
man,
copyright.
hey, listen,
Yeah.
I know that they're gonna catch me. Bro.
You have
Why does it say WrestleMania 13 behind his back? Oh, so this is the video, the full video. That was so zoomed in. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna zoom this in. Oh. Yeah, hey, can I even zoom this in, Bob?
You would have to zoom in the entire page, I think.
That sucks.
That's Instagram,
All
my
right,
guy.
give me 1 second, people. I want to be able
hurt
to actually
yourself
see the video.
or Lord forbid kill somebody.
Hey man, hey, listen, I know that they're gonna catch me. Bro.
You
He
have
looks like a red
I'm
shirt
gonna
from
crowd
Star
surf
Trek.
during this.
He looks like a potato. But he does look like he's wearing a Star
He's wearing
Trek.
like a Star Trek
He's like a
uniform.
really. I mean, they probably use a lot of fabric. They couldn't
So-
dress a lot of the other people on the Enterprise.
He was
just
the
because
only
they-
character. He was the only red shirt that episode.
During this tour.
I don't think you should do that.
I think I can, bro. I don't have bitch ass fans, bro. Like they will
is the thing.
they will hold me.
You might hurt yourself or Lord forbid kill somebody.
Hey man,
He never should have said that because you know what? I'm pretty sure a lot of people took their tickets and sold them to someone else.
listen, it's
I think that Willem Dafoe gif in the comments is the accurate representation of what his fans thought.
Yeah, look it up.
They were like, absolutely fucking
They're
not.
gonna cry. It's like no.
Because also, like, a lot of these rap enthusiasts, like, have never heard of Leg Day even once in their life.
Yeah.
Like, they're all big and chonkarooski on top, and then they got the skinny little chicken legs.
Well, I mean, a lot of those rap dudes, they ain't straight up. Not all of them, but a lot of those dudes that are hardcore into that shit, like Lil Wayne and all that. The dudes are just basically smoking joints all day and eating McDonald's. Like
Lil
they're not
Wayne has never done a squat. He
they're
has
not
never.
exactly in the best of shape. A lot
He's
of those guys.
I don't think that man has ever walked up a flight of stairs with the state of his legs.
Oh, Lil Wayne.
Yeah. But
Hey.
I still remember the first time I ever saw Lil Wayne, I was so confused because I truly and honestly thought before I actually saw what was on the television that it was like a new Green Day song.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait a second.
You know where I saw him?
What's happening right
the
now?
first time I saw him in the Cash Money Millionaires. That's when I saw him, and he was like, he didn't even have any lines. He just went wobbity wobbity wobby wobbity wobbity wobby wobbity wobbity wobby. Drop
Wasn't
it
he
while
like
it's
the
hot.
Flava
Drop it while
Flav
it's
of
hot.
that
Drop
group?
It, drop it while it's hot. Wobbity wobbity. That's literally all he said in the whole song, and then the song ended. That was his line.
Wasn't he like the Flava Flav though of that group? Like Flava Flav was just the hype man.
He looked like a human cockroach.
He still looks like a human cockroach.
He does.
He's just old now.
He's even creepier.
He's an aged cockroach.
Dude is creepier than ever. If you see Lil Wayne.
Hey, Prescribed Drone, we're currently dunking on Lil Wayne and how he looks like a cockroach.
Yeah, he's into some weird stuff. Let's look at Lil Wayne for a minute before we go into the review.
But Prescribed Drone, tell me if you agree. I feel like Lil Wayne specifically is like rap does Green Day.
Do you really? I don't think he sounds like Green Day.
He sounds like the pop punk of the early 2010s. Like you could have put Lil Wayne on tour with Green Day and nobody would have thought that was strange. They would have been like, okay, yeah, this all kind of goes together.
Really, I don't think he sounds anything like Green Day. It's just
El
the thing.
Pinchy is saying that you do a good Lil Wayne
Well, who?
impression. You.
Me?
Yeah. No, the
forgot.
other foo who just did a Lil Wayne impression.
Is that what he sounds like? He's like,
Pussy.
Oh gosh.
that's what he says, isn't it?
Oh gosh.
What?
I dislike vulgarity in the extreme.
I mean, Bob, sorry, people, I'm typing some stuff in here. I'm looking for some creepy video. This is Lil Wayne, people. Look at this shit. Getting a little dark here, but this is a real thing over here.
That's
person.
Nick Cannon.
People,
Yeah. You know what he reminds me of, Nick Cannon here? He looks like, you ever played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out?
No.
He looks like that dude that has the drool on his forehead.
I think he looks like somebody's on to
consider
it like
success,
Thanksgiving.
you see a different aspect of the person. People will do anything to achieve their goals, and then people will manipulate and misuse that energy to get what they want. So you see a man in power, like it's a lot of, and then like even like that freaky weird pedophile shit that be going on. Like you hear about it, but it's dark and demonic energy that this industry was
built on. What's up, y'all? Some shit. This
Hi,
Tim.
little mama. Who's this?
Chillin'.
Hi.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Nicki Minaj.
And people manipulate young women, they manipulate kids.
For real. Also, I promise you, we're going bowling, we're going to the studio, and I'm teaching you how to skate. I cannot wait. Also, shout out to your parents, they're awesome.
Shout out to your parents, they're awesome.
When you met me, you gave me a gift.
Doesn't he? You know what he looks like? He looks like Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern show. He's like, who, me?
He also
Who, me?
looks like the artistic lesbian aunt
He does. And also, this is really, really bizarre.
who
because,
does like
you know this
pottery
guy-
and macrame.
Exactly. Like he's turned into, maybe
He lives
hung-
in Nantucket, or
Maybe
she lives
he,
in Nantucket or Providence.
Maybe he also hung out with Martha Stewart with Snoop Dogg. This is really weird what he's doing here, that he's hanging out with this little kid
It's very Michael Jackson.
when he, this guy has loads of kids. So why are you hanging out with some,
Does he have a lot of kids?
yeah, that dude has like loads and loads of children. He has all the multiple baby mamas. And that dude, I think I saw that dude come in one time. He had like a class trip. The guy has so many kids.
But Nick Cannon also has like 12 children or something
Yeah,
ridiculous.
him and Flavor Flav, those guys, they're all got a million kids.
But you know what's funny?
What?
They're like, oh, Nicki Minaj was so concerned. Nicki Minaj's husband is also a pedophile.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like a
Certified.
convicted. I think he has a
Well, you can't
conviction
say
for
that-
sexual assault with a
You
minor.
can't say that word on YouTube.
Whatever. Fucking gay tube.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me find it.
I got an awesome little gift for you. I got a little me. Again, happy B-Day, sweetheart. And every day is a slay day. And your true beauty is what you do for others, baby. To be so aware of everything at such a young age is a beauty in itself.
Be so aware of everything at such a young age is a beauty in itself.
She's 8 now, y'all. Turn up. Happy B-Day.
At the end of the day, it's all for the dollar and all to feed their ego. So I've seen some shit where you're like, that's just not right. Like, that person shouldn't be talking to that person. That person shouldn't be in the room with that person alone.
Hi, y'all. I am chilling with the beautiful Miss Taylor Biggs. She's too awesome. We're just chilling somewhere.
So they do her hair all like the ghetto girls. They got the fucking little
Yeah.
hairs glued to their forehead. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in the world. We don't know where we at.
Look, so this dude got all this money and all this, and he decides to hang out with this little girl, this little kid.
So Nicki Minaj's husband he served 4 years in prison for attempted rape.
Wow.
And in 2022 was sentenced to a year house arrest because he failed to register as a sex offender in California when he moved there with her. So like it's kind of funny that they're highlighting Nicki Minaj as some sort of smoking gun when her husband is a sex offender
Well, I mean,
who has to register as a sex, like that's bananas.
Well, Bob, look, she would know better than most people now, wouldn't she?
I don't know. The whole thing is just gross. And the parents of this child who essentially gave her to Lil Wayne should be shot.
Your parents are so awesome.
They should be drawn and quartered and have their heads on spikes at the gates of the city.
The clouds look awesome above us. I know you guys wish you were here. I know you guys wish it was this green, beautiful bow in her hair, which is her hair. See? Man,
That's a burn there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of ladies who wear weave. He's like, that is her hair. That is her hair.
Me and Miss Taylor. Have a great day, you guys.
Watch.
Bow in her hair, which is her hair.
Which is her
See?
hair.
Me and Miss Taylor.
Burn.
Have a great day, you guys. Happy birthday to the only person.
That dude looks like a straight up cockroach, doesn't he? He looks like a cockroach that got his life together, sort of.
Yeah. And also your lesbian aunt.
Yeah. He also looks like a guy that would be locked up for touching the animals at the amusement park in weird ways.
Yeah. Or a cult leader.
And other people.
He's serving very much the melanated, what's the 30,
What?
Jared Leto.
He's like Jared Leto?
He's like the brown Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Did you know that Jared Leto has an actual cult?
Does he?
He does. He is the leader of a cult. I'm not kidding. That's a real thing.
That's weird.
isn't it though?
It is.
The beautiful little Taylor Biggs. I call her Little Tay Slay. And if you follow me, then you know. Every day is Slay Day. That's why I had to get savage for you, little mama, because you are the cutest little kitten on the catwalk for real. Cutest little kitten on the catwalk for real. Little kitten on the catwalk for real. Right here, we just want to say hello.
All this dramatic music they're playing. Like, why do you got to play music like that?
Birthday's done awesome and congratulations. See?
Thank you. Why is that making me want to cry? She's so sweet and so cute.
Perfect.
Bye.
She said you're the prince. She said you're the princess because she's the queen.
That's
she's
weird.
awesome. I had a play date with her today. That's Taylor. That's the only person I follow on Instagram.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had a play date with her. This fucking
She's
guy's
like 7.
This guy's like in his 40s. He's having play dates with 7-year-old little girls.
That
Weird.
is so concerning. And like, where is this? But I saw something recently about this whole situation where like the kid's gone missing or something like that.
Yeah. But I mean, he would be the first person they come to, right? Like it's highly suspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Like
is.
she's in a box in his basement.
Yeah, I could totally.
This is very Jean-Benet Ramsey.
Yeah, it is. That's what I was thinking the whole time when I saw that. I was like, what the F? But this ain't people. This ain't too light. This is kind of a dark subject.
How did we get here from Couchman?
I mean, we got to put some light music over here. And I'm going to look for something. Okay. Here, got something perfect. I was going to play the Barney song, but I think that would have been just a little too light. We had to keep it a little manly in here. All right, so we're going to be watching Blunt. He has a song. It's called The Cup. We're going to watch that. Are you excited, Bob?
I am. Concerned slightly, but also excited.
Yes, this music show did take a drastic turn, but we're turning it back around in a happy direction.
Oh, I don't know. We're going to go watch the super morbidly obese man
It's happy, Bob.
continue his rapid descent to death.
No, he might turn it all around and lose that weight, Bob. Just
The only way he's going to lose that weight is if he actually goes crowd surfing and drops fucking dead. Then he'll weigh nothing.
All right. Okay, look at
He'll
this.
be
look at this.
unencumbered from his body.
All right, people. All right, we're gonna be watching this guy. Give me 1 second. I gotta find this damn song. Okay, you're being hit with the beautiful sounds of Oscar De La Hoya, boxer turned singer turns boxer turned
Turns
coke
promoter.
addict turned insta hoe. All right,
He is kind of an insta-ho, isn't he?
he really did become an insta hoe, didn't he? He did. All right, people, just so you know, this is a live show, obviously. But from time to time, YouTube pulls the video down. They might do that, but we're going to come back. We go black. We always do come back from being black.
The black is temporary.
It's a fact. It's temporary. We will come back. All right. So I'm going to turn off this music, even though it is beautiful. The beautiful sounds of Oscar De La Hoya. All right. The song is called The Cup. Dave Blunt's.
Hey, Dark.
What's up, Dark? We're gonna watch Dave Blunt's. We've seen a little bit of the video on some of our other shows, but we haven't reviewed it. Now we're reviewing it. Here we go. And before we go, remember to subscribe to The Real Food TV if this is the first time you're coming in here. It really is an amazing channel. It really is. Incredibly underrated. It really is.
And if you're a returning
the influencer's
potato,
influencer, it really is.
click like.
Yeah, it is. Hit the like button, people.
Or I'll roast you.
It helps the channel, supposedly. All right, here we go. Dave Blunt's.
Sipping on promethazine. I'm sipping on promethazine. I can't put down the cup. Can't put down the cup. I can't put down the cup. Can't put down the cup. I can't put down the cup. Sipping on promethazine. With lean I fell in love. I can't put down the cup. 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 Sipping on promethazine. With lean I fell in love. I can't put down the cup. 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 Got kicked out of middle school, cause of Mr. Garnica. They sent me to East Locust with all of the drug addicts. That's when I started smoking weed and picking up bad habits. And I love all my niggas, but I promise I'm not a faggot. Hey. And these bitch niggas gon' hate me, cause I already know we got a panic relief. Let your main bitch top me, and I busted on it now, I'm going to sleep. Let a nigga tryna run down 357, leave him dead in the street. First day out the hospital, little better making bitches come on me. Sipping on promethazine. I'm sipping on promethazine. I can't put down the cup. 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 Sipping on promethazine. With lean, I fell in love. I can't put down the cup. 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 Sipping on promethazine. With lean, I fell in love. I can't put down the cup. 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 Sipping on promethazine. With lean, I fell in love. I can't put down the cup. I can't put down the cup.
All right, so that's Dave Blunt's The Cup. That is quite an amazing cup there.
That
huh, Bob?
guy's not making it to 2026.
Oh, God, that's so messed up to say. You know how disgusting that is. You know how fucked up that is. Sorry.
We have Prescribed Drone in the comments saying,
Yes.
you guys heard the new Cradle of Filth song.
Uh,
Pretty good. We haven't yet.
I think
or
you sent
haven't.
it to me the other day.
I haven't heard it.
Yep.
Then we've got Dark saying this butterball again, and then Prescribed Drone saying this gives good rap a bad name. Yikes. Then Dark is saying I think Foo is starting to like this song.
All right.
And
yeah,
then
definitely.
El Pinchy is saying Foo is fascinated with obese folk. We
Am I?
actually used to watch super morbidly obese ladies do clothing try-on hauls, and we called them the Nugget People.
The Nugget People, yes.
We
Bob
used to watch
was the
the
one.
Nuggets.
Bob was the one that used to put on all that stuff.
Hey,
we called them the Nuggets.
You also liked watching the Nuggets.
It was really really messed up. We called them the Nuggets. We're pretty screwed up people.
Who doesn't like Nuggets?
Oh, do you know that's offensive, right?
I don't care.
They don't like to be called Nuggets.
I don't care. Don't be a Nugget then.
Oh, wait. Okay. All right, we're going to look at... Okay, this amazing song. I just have to be honest. That really was an amazing song. Right now, we're going to be looking at the lyrics of that song.
There was one lyric.
There was a lot of
I
lyrics.
can't put down the cup. With Lean, I fell in love.
All right, that is the wrong song.
I was about to say your autopsy table is ready. Hot diggity dog.
That is fucked up.
Self-awareness
That is really messed
on
up.
10.
That is really messed up. Give me 1 second while I find the right song. Okay. Where the hell is the lyrics?
I don't know.
Here it is.
There are no lyrics.
That is not the right song. Okay.
Jiminy Christmas.
Let me see if I can clip past this.
Foo, what is happening in your
All right,
life?
here it is, The Cup. All right, Bob, can you
Lord.
see these?
Yes.
All right, give me 1 second so you can read them.
I can see them under protest.
All right, Bob, do you see that?
No.
Okay, I'm going to zoom it in.
I don't speak English.
All right, come on, The Cup,
I
Bob.
cannot read.
Start
My
reading,
eyes
please.
do not work.
I'm going to need you to read this. Read this. Come on, Beavis.
Did you just call me Beavis?
All right, Bob. Dave
Sipping
Blunt's
on
the classic.
promethazine.
All right, what is that? What is that?
It's lean.
Bob, look at this. Wouldn't that kill you? Like, how do you drink? That's cough syrup, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a chemical. I'm surprised he knows that word. I didn't know it.
I mean, if you purchase anything often enough, you will eventually learn the correct name for
But
it.
how does this not kill you? People straight up drinking cough syrup.
I mean, Lil Wayne is still alive, and he
almost died from what I heard
Yeah.
from drinking this stuff.
He doesn't have the fat insulation that this gentleman has.
All right, so what's up with all the hallucinating looking stuff in the video? Does this make you hallucinate?
I'm not entirely sure what the effects of lean are, to be honest with you. I know that it has sedative
I think the
effects.
problem with him is that he thought that it makes you lean. That's how he got into it, right? Maybe that's what he was.
He was like,
he
"This
heard
is
the
a
name
diet
Lean.
plan."
He's like, I'm trying to lose weight. They're like, you got to lose weight, man. You're gonna die.
What I don't
And then
understand.
he's like, oh, I'm gonna drink this stuff called Lean. Get it?
Yeah.
All right, Bob.
What I don't understand though,
Yes.
because I believe that lean has sedative effects. How are you on a depressant and super morbidly obese? Like, from whence does the energy to eat that much come? Like, how is this happening? I don't know.
All right, Bob.
I have questions. Sipping on promethazine. I'm sipping on promethazine. I can't put down the cup. Can't put down the cup. Parenthetical aside, what time is it? I can't put down the cup. Can't put down the cup. I can't put down the cup. Sipping on promethazine. With Lean, I fell in love. I can't put down the cup. Times like 847.
Yes.
Scroll.
Okay, I'm trying to scroll.
Sipping on promethazine with Lean, I fell in love. Lots of he can't put down the cups.
I can't put down the cup. Yeah. Okay. He fell in love with it, huh?
Got kicked out of middle school because of Mr. Garnica. Damn. It's a diss track.
Very specific, huh?
They sent me to East Locust with all the drug addicts. Oh, so we have exactly one verse in this entire
That's what it looks
experience.
like.
Well, that's when I started smoking weed and picking up bad habits. And I love all my, but I promise I'm not a I. These bitch gonna hate me because I ran it up and got a Patek Philippe, which is a high-end luxury watch that he's probably renting. That's your main bitch topping me. Doesn't that mean that she's pegging him? When you top somebody...
I think topping is like... Isn't that... I mean, that could have more than one meaning, couldn't it? I mean,
I thought that was a gay thing.
Well, the kids now say top, like you know, like a BJ, right? Like BJ Penn. But exactly, bitch topping me has a totally different meaning nowadays. Now, since the people are now saying that men are women, and he's being topped. He's being topped by a bitch. Topping. It does go. It is interesting. And right before that, he says he's not a.
He's not a
fagoot. And then after that, he says, bitch topping me. That could have multiple meanings. Also, it's hilarious to me how it doesn't matter what the fucking rapper looks like. The guy is somehow the gift to women. Like, some bitch is topping this fucking 800-pound man.
Because, listen. Hoe's gonna hoe.
Yeah.
All right? And he's fat. All right? He's fat. He's got zero energy.
That's not fat. That's beyond fat.
And and when you're that heavy... Like,
that dude is what,
testosterone, not even
700
once.
pounds?
Did you hear his voice? All right, there is no testosterone present, okay? So he can say whatever he wants about topping this, that, or the other thing, but he's probably sitting there with your girlfriend having freaking donuts.
Dude, they're topping him. He's getting topped. You know how they have tops and bottoms?
Yeah, but that's what I was saying.
Yeah, like that's
but she would have to turn him over, and I feel like you need a medical lift.
All right, Bob. Let's
rotate
finish
him.
this deep.
You need to put him on like a rotisserie.
This is really deep. Okay, Bob, want to go
on? And I busted on her. Now I'm going to sleep.
Nice.
Let her try to run me down. 357, leave him dead in the street. I find that tremendously unlikely. Run him down? He's not running anyone down unless he's in a car. First day out of the hospital, and I'm back to making bitches come on my meat.
Nice.
I think that is an untrue statement, sir. Sipping on promethazine. I'm sipping on promethazine. Lots of the cup situation.
I think maybe he's hallucinating this stuff.
Probably.
Yes.
Sipping on promethazine with Lean, I fell in love. Lots about the cup again.
All right. So,
and I think that's the end of the song.
It seems like it. Bob, wait, sipping on. Okay, so it's more of the same crap. Isn't Lean and this trash the same thing?
I think so, yeah.
He should fall in love with trying to be lean.
I think lean, for it to be lean, I think that they mix it with something else and it has to be cold. That's why they have the two cups. The cup on the bottom is full of ice, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
I don't know. That always just seemed like a tremendous amount of effort.
All right, so what is this song about? I had a clip I was going to play that says, what is this song about? This is a new thing that we brought to the show. Bob, what's the song about?
This song appears to be aspirational and autobiographical, right?
Yes.
So he's talking about his addiction. He's talking about what led to his addiction. And then he's talking about the role he thinks he plays in bitches' lives.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely a fabrication. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
that
it's
is.
basically a fabrication.
I mean, that is L. Ron Hubbard levels of science
there's
fiction.
sort of a dream in here, right? There's a dream like this.
And he's a gangster also,
Which is
because-
the dream of every every rapper nowadays.
Yeah.
Is this dream of being a badass.
He's gonna shoot some people, and he's gonna be promiscuous with a variety of women of ill repute.
Yeah, I mean, he's
With
got
a
little-
nap. I like that he specified that he is going to have a nap in the
Yes.
middle there.
Yeah.
Like, he takes his sleep very seriously. And you know
he
what?
need-
I
he
think
needs-
for that, he should have
The guy
some
needs
sort of
the guy
accolade.
needs his beauty sleep, Bob. He needs it.
When you're a booba, you need a nap.
Exactly. All right, we're gonna review it right now. We got to do this. All right, 1 second. Give me one moment, you son of a.
Seabiscuit.
Okay, this is a real
Pre-tax
review.
USA.
Sorry about that. Some stupid video just played randomly.
How fucking dare you, Foo?
Okay. All right, Bob.
Yeah. What's up?
Are you ready to review?
I am. I'm
All
prepared.
right. Wait a second. My drawing pad is all effed up. I got to use the right.
Motherfucker.
You don't need to curse, Bob.
Yes, I do.
This is a family show.
No, it's not.
Why would you think that it's not?
Because it's 11:36 p.m. on a school night.
This is a late
and
night
we're
edition.
reviewing a super morbidly obese degenerate
This
singing
dude-
about his degeneracy.
He's just talking about people coming on his meat, Bob. There's what that's pretty family like. You know?
No.
Am I right or am I right?
No.
Depends on the family, right?
I mean, if Lil Wayne's involved.
Yeah. You definitely don't want Lil Wayne to stay with your kids.
No.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
No.
Yeah.
No. Absolutely.
Dollar bill, come get her. Even your man know Nicki's do it better.
I will say that was a good representation of the Jubblies.
Those boobs are look pretty mushy. All right, Bob.
Yeah,
lyrics.
but they're probably just silicone.
They might be. They might
Almost
be.
certainly.
They might be computer generated. Lyrics,
No, they're
Bob.
not CGI. Those are real boobs, but she's
You
had
don't
a
know
boob
that.
job
Those
pretty
things
obviously.
could be fake.
They are fake.
No, they could be like CGI
No,
boobs.
they're not
they
CGI.
look like they're made out
they're
of rubber.
not CGI. They
All right,
are
it doesn't matter,
probably
Bob.
just a boob job.
Just get your mind out of the gutter.
Oh,
Let's
you're the
start-
one who filled the screen with Nicki Minaj boobicles.
Let's talk about important things like this fat guy. Okay, Bob, lyrics.
One.
Why one?
There
Oh.
are no lyrics.
Wait.
There were none.
There was some lyrics in there.
There was
were-
one verse of nonsense and then no other lyrics. So, absolutely not. You didn't even try. You get a 1.
Come on, Bob. You got to do more than that. He did good. Why does this keep drawing what fucking white?
I don't know, bro.
Sorry, people. It's I'm getting the wrong color here.
Bastard.
Okay, there it is. There's the 1. All right, I'm gonna give him a 1.
Why?
These lyrics are fucking terrible. He all he says is I can't put down the cup about 1,000,000 times. Then he talks about his weird fever dream about getting butt fucked,
Being
or whatever it was.
promiscuous and
Getting
being
topped.
a gangster.
Getting topped. He says his bitch was topping him. All right, what's the vocal?
No, he said somebody else's bitch was
someone else
topping
was
him.
topping him. Yeah, he was the bottom. Bob, vocals.
1.
A 1, Bob. Why?
Yeah. He sounded like a castrati.
I won't put down I can't put down the cup. I can't put down the cup. You didn't like that voice?
No.
It was like got like a fat,
I
obese
feel like
Michael
Christina
Jackson.
Aguilera has more testosterone than he does.
He was like a fat, obese Michael Jackson.
Fat and obese are synonyms.
All right, obese. I'm gonna give him a 2 just because he sort of tried. I really should. I wish I could have given him a 0. Composition, Bob.
Listen, you won't let me give people zeros. You don't get to give people zeros.
All right. Composition.
1.
1. Why 1?
0 effort.
You don't like the music?
No.
I feel like was there even music in there?
No.
There really wasn't a melody
It was
or
just
anything.
his voice auto-tuned.
I felt like there was like no music in that thing. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
All right, so I'm gonna give him a 1 as well. The hook, Bob. Did you like the hook?
No.
I
1.
can't put down the cup. I can't put down the cup. 1?
1.
Damn, Bob, you're being harsh. I'm also gonna give him a 1. It's catchy because he says it about 1 trillion times, but it's really not catchy. It's just you just remember it. Rhythmically, it's terrible. Yeah. All right, video, Bob.
I'll give the video a 3
All right, why a 3?
because it did kind of look like the Booba Zone a little bit.
You like the Booba Zone, huh?
I do. I miss the Booba Zone. I'm so sad it's gone.
I mean, they had some decent production values in there. It looked like some CGI, some really bad CGI, but still, it was in there. It was surprising.
Yeah, it looked like Teletubby quality CGI.
It did.
It looked like it could have been a children's.
I'll give
like,
a 4 for
cartoon.
that. You know, kind of weird at the end. He was drinking that lean, and then like there was like smoke at the very end of the video. Did he set himself on fire by accident?
I feel like he's gonna die soon.
No, but that's really effed up. Bob, take it or leave it.
Undoubtedly, unquestionably, leave it.
Oh my God, Bob, you're so harsh.
I never said I was nice.
All right, people, I'm gonna leave it. I think the song is terrible. I mean, it is laughable and how bad it is, but it's not like. I mean, the best line in there is "I love all my friends, but I'm not a faggot." That was the best line in the song.
He really needed you to know that.
He should have just said "no homo." You can't just love your friends, you know. Yeah. He don't want you to. I mean, and then he smiled when he said it. Right.
He really thought.
That was ridiculous.
Dark wants you to stop giving participation trophies.
What do you mean?
You're too nice.
How am I too nice?
You gave him a 4 and a 2.
Yeah, so?
He deserves to be flung into the sun.
He didn't make the video, people. He didn't make it. There was other people behind us who helped him out.
You know what's interesting? I
What?
bet you if you launched him into space, he could change the trajectory of an asteroid.
Really?
Probably. I mean, he'd be moving at Mach Jesus, given
One
how
second, be
big
right
he
back.
is.
All right, Bob. Keep
Yeah.
speaking while I look for things.
What am I supposed to speak about?
I don't know anything. Boobas.
Boobas? Boobas were so good. Boobas were fantastic.
You want to watch a little Boobas before we get into the next song?
Booba Zone. Boobas are such a positive place in my mind.
Was there really a theme song for the Boobas?
Yeah. Look at how happy they look.
Aloha, my name
All right,
is Darryl
All right,
Rodriguez.
sorry about that, people. The guy said hola. All right, give me 1 second.
Hola.
All right, there's a guy dancing. We're just watching this advertisement, waiting to. So yeah, the song was kind of garbage. Give me 1 second before we watch this little bit of information here, and by that I mean Boobas. We got to do something with Mr. Blunt. It's kind of a tradition around here. Okay, Mr. Blunt.
Dark is in the comments saying that if you shot him into space, he would eventually have his own orbit. Correct.
That is true. All right, Bob. What do we do with the couch? Do we blow him up?
Yeah. Blow him up.
No! See you later, asshole. Okay, so we have another song right now. Okay.
Do we?
Yes. Oh, he's still alive. Wait, I gotta clean the walls off. We're gonna have to blow him up again, Bob. He's still in there. All right, there you go. Blew him up.
I mean, he is particularly large.
Okay, here we go. We got Marilyn Manson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this song is called The Red Flag, something like that.
Boobas?
We're going to watch Boobas. We have to review this song. We've never done it on the show. We're trying to do his whole album. Came out a couple of months ago. What is it called again, Bob? His album.
One Assassination Under God.
Yeah, One Assassination Under God. This song is called Red Flag, I think. All right,
If you
forgot the
click on
name
it,
of the song.
Click remove background.
All right, but before
It's
we get
gone.
into
Now,
that,
let's app that
You
up
can
with
skip.
some Gen AI.
Skip to
I want
All right,
say
we're gonna
Lush
skip
Green
to the
Island.
Boobas.
We just
skip
draw a
to
shape.
the Booba Zone.
Okay, Bob, what the hell's going on
Wait
here?
a second. Let them get to the Booba Zone.
So they're flying to the Booba Zone right now?
Yes.
What is the Booba Zone? Is that Great Wall China there?
Yes. They were just in Australia a moment ago.
Asians? What the F? This is kind of creepy.
Oh, stop. It's
This is
not
scary.
creepy.
Why did that turn into
So,
9/11 out of nowhere?
What'd you do?
I clicked on Boobas. It didn't say. I think that was like a Rick roll. Yeah, it says Booba intro, and then it turned into some 9/11 thing.
All right, let's just go to Marilyn Manson.
that
You
was-
ruined Booba Zone. Oh, wait, that's Booba Land. That's the Booba Zone right
Wait,
there.
did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what the Booba Zone was.
Oh, okay. Are they gonna hit the World Trade Center again? That's effed up, people. Boobas. All right, Bob. This is
Calm down.
this is really creepy and it's going on forever. This
It's
is really
really
long.
not.
We
You've
can't
watched
watch
this
this whole
for
thing.
13
We got to
seconds.
skip ahead to the Boobas.
Here's the Boobas.
All right. So what are we watching here, Bob?
So this is what the Booba Zone website used to look like, and all of the different spheres did different things, and there were
Wow.
like all little puzzles and stuff you could do.
I'm pretty sure we could probably find this. I bet if we looked around.
Booba Zone was such a good fun thing.
This seems like something people would get stoned and play this crap.
That was what I used to do.
You're such a weirdo.
I would get really stoned and then play Booba Zone.
Did you like this?
I did. It was very soothing. So like it's a picture match puzzle game where you have to like get the right one and you can make them jump on the trampoline and stuff.
Oh my God. Those are Asian. That's an Asian, isn't it?
But yeah, this was the Booba Zone.
Nice.
Yeah. When I was stressed out like studying for finals and stuff, I would go to the Booba Zone and just play Booba Zone.
Disappear into this weird, creepy.
I would. It was very soothing.
Okay.
Okay. It was gentle and soothing.
All right. So that's pretty cool. Those some normies getting down, huh?
There was also a fun game that I used to play with my housemates called Zounds. And it was this amorphic white board. And each of the game pieces made a different sound. And then there was one game piece that you could record a sound and you could like make music. It was very fun. We would also get really stoned and play that.
It seems really cool. But from time to time on the show, we showed this the other day. We have to show it one more time because it's just worth watching. I mean, it's the trailer for Troll 2. We're at some point we're gonna do a movie. We have a movie show coming out soon, people. It's a movie show where we do reviews. All right. So this might be one of the first movies we review, and
It would be one of the first. We've done several movie shows.
No. I mean, like, this show is specifically about movie reviews. And we do
Oh.
have a new episode of The Foo Theater coming real soon, Bob. We're going to be watching The Crawling Eye.
Oh.
Sorry, people, that's been in hiatus. But it is coming back with all of its amazing trivia. All right. We got to watch this trailer. We'll watch it with open eyes, Bob, right now. You got to really watch it with with an open mind. You got to open your minds, people.
No.
You really do.
You're late. I'm sorry we had a small mishap.
Here are the keys. Here are ours.
Have a nice stay in Millbond. You in our city.
Still telling the same story, John?
I've had this stuck in my head all day because that when the George W. Bushes come out and they go, "Killer!" I think it's hilarious.
I must leave. You just call them the George W.
Yeah, the Bushes.
Rah!
Kill him!
Goblins don't exist. Goblins don't exist.
And remember,
The George W. Bushes.
Yeah, he's like, and remember, killer. It's hilarious. Why they look like potatoes?
remember.
Does that not look like George W?
It does look
It
like
really
W.
does, doesn't it? I've always seen it as that. Even as a little kid, I watched this and I was like, is that George W. and the rest of the Bush family? This is George W. Or maybe that's George W.
No,
and this
that
is the
guy's
dad.
W.
This is W, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy behind him's the dad.
This is Dick Cheney right here. That's Dick Cheney. That one looks a little like Obama.
I found
the one on the right. You can't see him on your screen, but there's one on the right that looks just like Obama. There he is. Is that Michael? Is that his Michael?
I found an interview with the guy who voiced the narrator for Halo, and apparently there was around the time when Dick Cheney like shot that guy in the hunting accident, quote unquote. They made it so that if you did like friendly fire and shot your teammate, that it would do that he would say an animation called Cheney Mania, but that people got like really upset and they had to take it out of the game.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I didn't even know
if
that.
I find
I
that
was playing Halo
clip
for a while.
If I find that clip, I'll send it to you.
All right, back to Troll 2.
They're eating her! Then they're going to eat me!
I like the cop. Look at the look on the cop's face. He's like, yes. It's so weird, this trailer. And we'll watch one more trailer before we get into the next song. Give me 1 second.
You complained Boobas went on for too long.
I mean, look. We didn't watch a lot of it. We didn't watch a lot. All right, Bob, what do you think of Troll 2? You think you want to watch that soon?
I mean, not particularly, but I have a feeling it's in my future.
Well, Bob.
Yeah.
Calm down.
You calm down.
You calm down.
Fucking whore.
You calm down. Don't curse. It's a family show.
No, it's not.
It's a fucking family show, Bob.
If parents are having their children watch this, they would be the parents that would let Lil Wayne have their child.
All right, people. This is the original trailer for Assault on Precinct 13. It's pretty hilarious. I think zombies were taken, so what they did is they turned criminals into zombies. Like they just, for some weird reason, the criminals have no self-preservation or anything, no desire to protect themselves, so they run straight at people like psychopaths. We're gonna watch this right now. Actually, Bob, this is the George Floyd riots.
Oh dear. That's the most bootleg, like, overseas film group. That sounds like they sell you things in, like...
Look at this, Bob, look.
Oh, my stars.
On Saturday, 6 members of the gang known as Street Thunder were ambushed by the police.
Street Thunder?
On Sunday, the warlords of Street Thunder swore a blood oath to avenge their dead. For the gang called Street Thunder, it is a day of vengeance.
Street Thunder.
It's war in the streets.
Oh, Jesus, come on. Come on, I'll give you my money. Just don't hurt me, please. Please.
It's terror in the night. It's the most shattering assault on a police station in history. Assault on Precinct 13.
This is a siege.
It's a goddamn siege.
The movie had a really good, the main theme was really cool.
Okay? We're in the middle of a city, inside a police station.
So you can see it's sort of like Night of the... It actually, I think, took a lot of its the story from like Night of the Living Dead, except it takes place in a police precinct, and the criminals are like the zombies. It's pretty big, kind of a ripoff.
It is.
You could even see the resemblance, right, with the cop there, and it's a black dude, just like Night of the Living Dead.
They're not afraid to die. Any of them.
Oh, with the damn towel!
They want to rip
I said that's the guy from Rocky 4.
us apart.
Apollo's trainer.
No matter what it costs. It means to the death.
Nice. Very
Precinct
dramatic.
13. Cut off. Isolated in the middle of a city. as a human wave of street killers turns the night.
You see how they come in there like zombies, Bob?
Yeah.
They're like goes through the, instead of lifting the shade, he goes right through it.
To a nightmare.
Oh, nice silence.
Die! We got a war going on down here. We can't find the damn thing.
It's just like waves after waves of criminals. It's ridiculous.
Assault on Precinct 13.
Again, that main theme is really awesome. That score, but again, we gotta watch some more clips of that. It's hilarious. Like the criminals are literally running at them in waves.
Yeah,
and they're just mowing them down. Like what the hell? Who was thinking of that? Like who came up with that idea for a movie?
Bullet
right?
sponges.
Yeah, but I mean,
the
criminals.
Cinematic experience.
They don't even act like humans. They act like freaking zombies. You know, the full movie's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? The whole thing, but I don't think we can get away with watching it. We could probably watch a couple of minutes of it. But before we watch a couple of minutes of it, it is getting kind of late. We got to get to this video. And remember, if we go black, we will come back. But right now, we're going goth. This is Marilyn Manson, Raise the Red Flag. All right, here we go.
He lost so much weight.
Yep. All right, there's Marilyn Manson.
Students
raise
with
the red
ADHD
flag. 1
save
second.
10 hours.
Got an ad there for ADD or whatever, ADHD. Yep. Okay, Bob.
We've got El Pinchy in the comments saying he looks better. He looks healthier, bloated face gone. Yeah, he lost weight.
Yes.
He's also sober, right?
Yeah, he supposedly stopped drinking, stopped doing everything. He went to rehab. Yeah. From what I heard, he's doing a lot better now. He was very unhealthy. He looked like not too good there for a while. He was very overweight.
Yeah. And he was very messy. We saw several shows where he was just an absolute fucking loose cannon flopping around on the stage. That tour he did with Alice Cooper was particularly messy.
Yeah.
Still a fun show, but like definitely difficult.
All right. I'm going to read some lyrics here.
I like the line, your loyalty lies on the wrong side of the future. I thought that was an interesting line.
Why?
Because it could mean a lot of different things, you know?
Oh, this is the wrong song again.
We've got Prescribed Drone in the comments saying that he will have 4 years of sobriety next week.
Oh, that's great.
Congratulations to him.
Yes.
Sobriety is not an easy thing for a lot of
Bob,
people.
he put down the cup.
He did.
He could put down the cup.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And the bottle. All right. Want to read these lyrics, Bob?
Your autopsy table is ready. Pay off the drug deals you made with God. A last meal than your crucifixion. If you're not paranoid, it's probably too late.
I like this this first verse. I mean, this is the way the guy writes. He's very clever in the way he writes. Like right here, it's sort of like you know how they'll say, like a waiter will say, your table is ready,
yeah.
sir. Like that kind of thing. The wealthy, your autopsy table is ready. All right. And then the drug deals you make with God. Yeah. This whole thing could mean a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That we won't get into right now, I think.
But I think that that's one of the things that's really...
It's sort of a sign of the future, I think, possibly.
It is, but it, like, if we take a step back and just think about his style of writing and the inherent ambiguity in it, I think that that's a hallmark of skill, because you can apply it to your own life. You could apply it to world events. You could apply it to things that happened in his life. He is tapping into something that is a universal theme. And that is difficult to do without being superficial and cringe.
Yes.
So the fact that he's able to do it with wit is impressive.
Uh-huh.
And it's one of the reasons that I've always appreciated him as a lyricist.
Yes, he's a very good writer. And that's how he started. He was a writer before he even started making music. All right.
I don't give a fuck if you say you're sorry. I won't accept your surrender. I don't give a fuck if you say you're sorry. I won't accept your surrender. It's time to beat up the bullies and wash the bullseye off my back. My red flag is your white one soaked in blood.
All right.
Cadaver dogs already know your face. Why pretend in a room full of fakes? Something made up for idiots to praise. Losers love liars till their dying day. Losers love liars till their dying day. I don't give a fuck if you say...
So what is he trying to say, that they're dead?
They're dead, it's dead. Like, that reads to me more like a farce, like a superficial presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Your mask is coming off, basically, you know?
That says they're cadaver dogs. Or is that like a real thing that exists, cadaver dogs?
Yeah.
And what do they do?
So a cadaver dog is like drug dogs will find weed in your bag. So a cadaver dog is trained on the scent of human decomposition, and they're deployed to...
Do they call them cadaver dogs? Because
Yes.
I thought a cadaver was a very specific thing. That was like a person that's donated their body to science.
No, a cadaver is a dead human body.
I think there's a very specific meaning for a cadaver.
A cadaver is a dead human body.
I don't think that's true. I know it's a dead body, but it's usually that name is applied to someone who's donated their body.
No, it doesn't. A
No?
cadaver is a dead human body in any circumstance. So a cadaver dog is a dog that has been trained to find decomposing human bodies. And they are typically deployed to natural disasters, to war zones, specifically to find people who are in the rubble under, like in a mudslide. In North Carolina, for example, they deployed cadaver dogs to find people who got swept away and were under
All right, so
debris.
it's looking for dead people.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
I don't give a fuck if you say you're sorry. I won't accept your surrender. I don't give a fuck if you say you're sorry. I won't accept your surrender. It's time to beat up the bullies and wash the bullseye off my back. My red flag is your white one soaked in blood. My red flag is your white one soaked in blood. Your loyalty lies on the wrong side of the future. Your loyalty lies on the wrong side of the future.
That's an interesting line.
It is an interesting line.
I like the white flag, you know, that your white flag. So, you know, it's like, I mean, I thought when I saw this album and the first couple of music videos, I think this is supposed to be a return to the Antichrist album. I think he's supposed to be playing the Antichrist. Because, you know, basically what you have here is there's no surrender. It doesn't matter. You cannot surrender to this because it's going to kill you anyway, right?
But I think, you know, you could kind of also read it in a slightly different way, and I think that's what El Pinchy in the comments is talking about. He remarked redemption.
But there is no redemption. That's the idea, is there is none.
Well, I think that in some ways he's saying that there's no redemption for you.
Yes.
There's no redemption for the dishonest. There's no redemption for the disloyal. There's no redemption for these imposters, these fakers, right?
Well, this is very similar to the Antichrist album. The very first lines he has in here is the autopsy table, pay off the drug deals you made with God, right? So this has to do with about possibly religious people who are not true religious people. And this was the same idea behind the album Antichrist Superstar.
Well, if you recall, I think on that album he says your God is in the TV. Right?
Well, yes, that's one of the lines, but a lot of what Manson is inspired by is the Second World War.
Yeah.
That's what he related the second album to, or the Antichrist album to. It was supposed to be like possession. The people were possessed by in a lot of ways, they were possessed by the Antichrist, right? And he related that to the exorcism, the exorcist, right? That they're not like, they just became demonic. And so one of the things they did in the Second World War is they had this kind of purge, right? Like the Weimar, and they became like, basically it's the transition where you transform. This is what I've been talking about in our other shows. It's the transformation from the crucifix to the swastika. This is why he called it the fascism of Christianity. Manson himself has nothing against Christianity. He just doesn't like the hypocrisy when the people basically use it as a way, and they weaponize it in a way to try to become God. So in reality, they are satanic. Because these teachings aren't for you to play God. That's not the point of it. Once you play God, you become the Antichrist.
Yeah.
You're basically the thing you pretend to hate.
Well, I mean, I think a key to this song is that pre-chorus, post, whatever it is, it's time to beat up the bullies and wash the bullseye off my back, which my red flag is your white one soaked in blood, right? So it's like all of these forces, all of these people who have been behaving in a disingenuous, dishonest, disloyal way, you know, they're losing. They realize they're losing. They're waving their white flag, and it's too late. Like, I don't accept your apology. I don't accept surrender. I do not forgive you. Like, you made the wrong choice, and now you will pay for it.
But yes, there is
to me.
There is no forgiveness. That's why that's why the white flag. If you're gonna answer this by being you know, kind of like humbling yourselves, there's no humbling, there's no forgiveness.
You did too much. And I think that's kind of reiterated when he's saying your loyalty lies on the wrong side of the future. And I know that you and I disagree on this, but I do very much think that this song specifically comes from this ordeal that he went through, right?
Possibly.
Because he's like, your loyalty lies on the wrong side of the future. I think that's a specific reference to that, like, vitriolic, obsessive cancel culture mafia, where this allegation came out, and before anything else was known, his entire life got put directly into the garbage can. And I think that he himself is wrestling with things, because he kicked Geordie White out of the band when those allegations surfaced against him, and then 6 months later or something, this happened to him. So
Yeah.
it's almost like because he gave in and he participated in this thing, he was also on the wrong
but there's
side.
a lot here. A lot. Like I said, I've heard the song in the past. I won't go too in depth with it, what I believe. This is supposed to be the character of the Antichrist returned. What's funny is if you see the outfit, I like it. It's like it's the same. It's color coded with the Antichrist. It's got the fascist, the white, red, and black.
Yeah.
And you see that in that first video with this is the one about his sobriety.
Mhm.
In a lot of ways, I feel like that's like him peeling the skin off, like of what he's been through, right? That
Yeah.
was kind of like, what do you call it? Like, it's about him.
Mhm.
And then from there, it branches off into this. And this was, I think, the second video of that
think it
album.
was,
This
yeah.
was the second video. So he comes out of the cocoon, right? And in that video, that first one, he's actually wearing the outfit that he's wearing in this video.
Yeah.
So that's, to me, I think that actually might be the return of that character. And then when the character comes back, he's talking about basically this looks like Revelations, which was the same thing you found in Antichrist. It was all about revelations.
Right, but in that theme, right? Because when we started this review, we were talking about the fact that he is tapping into these universal concepts, these universal themes. So while we can talk about redemption, we can talk about revelations, like that occurs at a macro and a micro scale. He himself went through that crucible, right? We as a society, as a planet, whatever, we're all kind of at this precipice moment where people are fractured. It is heavily divisive. And it does feel like this is for all the chips, right? This is for the farm. So I think that he is tapping into his own experience to speak about a much bigger concept.
Dark is asking the question. He kicked the band member out. Question
So
mark,
Jordy
why?
White was in the band. He was the bassist,
He's a
right?
bassist. He played some guitar as
And
well.
his stage name was Twiggy Ramirez, so that was Twiggy, and he had been with Manson kind of from the beginning. Like he was very
close to the beginning.
he was an early member of the band, and Jordy White got tangled up in some craziness right around the Me Too thing.
He got caught up in the Me Too. Yeah, it was what happened to him was a bunch of bullshit,
Yeah.
and it wasn't right.
Basically,
I mean, it wasn't right. I feel
Twiggy's
like maybe it was like
ex-girlfriend.
karma, right?
Twiggy's ex-girlfriend of like many, like several relationships prior, essentially came out of the woodwork and accused Twiggy of sexually assaulting her like years and years and years ago. And I think Twiggy was like, I didn't do it.
Well, it was a bullshit thing because she accused him of this many years later. To me, it smells of like sour grapes because look, he dated this woman. Supposedly he supposedly he had sexual whatever what you want to say. It's kind of gross saying intercourse, but he slept with his girlfriend while they were in a relationship, and so years later she came out and she says, "Well, he slept with me one time when I didn't want it." These people were literally in a relationship together
And living together, I think.
and living together.
And I think that-
no, I don't know if they were living together, but they were together. They were in a relationship, an intimate relationship for years.
And I think
and
what-
she comes out years later and says, "Oh, he's this and this."
And this is after,
like, how do you?
he was married to somebody else when she
Yeah.
came out with this thing, and then also, I think that they were both pretty open about the fact that whenever this incident allegedly occurred, they were
Yeah.
both impaired, like they were both under the influence.
But the thing is that what doesn't make sense to me is that you're literally in a relationship with each other, and then you're with each other for years more. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna come out and say
So
this
it's
guy
not like
assaulted you.
this incident happened and then they broke up immediately. Like this incident allegedly happened and then they stayed together for like
I think they were together for years.
several years more. So basically these allegations came to the light, and I think they came to the light like in the middle of a tour.
In the Me Too, when the guy came back to the
and
band, like-
Manson essentially, I think, kicked Twiggy out of the band. Now they say that Twiggy decided to leave to focus on his mental health and his sobriety.
He had drug problems supposedly.
But basically, it was pretty clear that Manson was like, no. So it is ironic that it wasn't long after this happened that all of this bullshit started
he got
surfacing
married.
with Manson.
He got married, and that's when that woman came after him. And it was the same with Twiggy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why I said it's like sour grapes.
Yep.
These bitches, they're out of the limelight. These guys want nothing to do with them, and then they just pop up out of nowhere and sue and say this stuff.
So basically, Dark to
so Twiggy got married, and then boom, these allegations came out. Right as he got married, and then Manson got married, and boom, the allegations came out.
Yep. And
it's coming from a woman that's probably. It just looks to me like a bitter ex-lover or something. That happens sometimes. You got a person who doesn't want you to be happy.
Yeah.
And because what's crazy is that this woman was married.
Mhm.
The one who's saying this stuff about him was married for a while, and then he gets married, and she comes out and like
she loses her marbles.
shits on him, right?
But I heard this because the girl that Twiggy got married to, Lainey, she died a couple years ago. She died of a drug overdose.
Maybe he killed her.
No, I think she just died of a drug overdose.
She knew too much.
But anyway, unrelated. But so Dark,
She knew about
to
the
answer
diddler.
your question, Twiggy got kicked out, and Twiggy was the. If you see videos of them, he's the one wearing like a dress and
Who, Twiggy?
flopping around next to Manson.
Well, Twiggy's supposed to look like Linda Blair. He kind of look like The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Dark. I mean, I don't know the case. I wasn't present.
we don't
but
know. We don't know.
Based on the other evidence, if something did happen, they were both intoxicated, and they were both very open about the fact that they were intoxicated.
Yeah.
And so I think that if something did happen, it's more likely that they were not effectively communicating with each other, because after this incident supposedly occurred, which to even his accuser's statement, I think was like a one-off thing, the relationship continued for several years, like after this. And it was not a coercive continuation.
I think it's really effing weird. I mean, I can understand if it was some random fucking dude pervert or whatever, and she's just like dating the guy and he just mounts her, the whole thing. But this guy, these people were in a relationship together, and they had, been intimate with each other. They were with each other for years.
Yeah.
So this to me was just bizarre. But we're gonna go back and we're gonna look at. I mean, we don't know the in and outs of this
Dark
case.
is
We have no
asking
idea.
if the Twiggy name is in reference to his member. No.
No, it's
Twiggy like
it
the
has-
model,
it has to do with the
Ramirez
model
like
from the
Richard
60s.
Ramirez.
What you trying to say about his wiener? That's messed up, man. All right, Bob. Here it is.
Iceman is saying The Exorcist was scary as a kid.
Yes, that was the idea. I mean, he was.
Exorcist is
I
still
saw,
scary.
I saw an interview with
Sort of.
Manson. He talked about it. That was actually one of the scariest movies I've ever seen, and it has a lot to do with the loss of control. I think Manson hit it on the head when he said that. Just that idea of losing control.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what this is all about. This is what a lot of his music is about. It's about losing yourself, being a slave to something, and that's what this stuff is. These lyrics, like I said, that's what Antichrist is. In many ways, it was inspired by The Exorcist. You're gonna hear it how he does the different voices, like the Linda Blair character.
Yeah.
Like she does all these different voices, and that's what he does in his performances.
Oh, Pinchy, yes, we are familiar with John 5 and his project.
I think I met him one time.
Yeah.
I met him with Prescribed Drone in the comments. I actually took a picture of him with him. I
Yep.
didn't take any pictures with him.
And we've seen John 5 perform a number of times.
Yeah, I met him in the city years ago. All right, Cadaver Dogs, Bob. Let's continue with the rest of the lyrics.
Cadaver dogs already know your face. Why pretend in a room full of fakes? Something made up for idiots to praise. Losers love liars till their dying day. Losers love liars till their dying day. I don't give a fuck if you say you're sorry. I won't accept your surrender. I don't give a fuck if you say you're sorry. I won't accept your surrender. It's time to beat up the bullies and wash the bullseye off my back. My red flag is your white one soaked in blood. My red flag is your white one soaked in blood. Your loyalty lies on the wrong side of the future. Your loyalty lies on the wrong side of the future. And then we have like a throwback to
yes.
Irresponsible Hate
No,
Anthem.
it's not Hate Anthem. I think it's actually actually Antichrist Superstar. That's what the riff is in the background when he sings. If you know this guy's music, at this part when it says "Hey" in the background is the music to the song Antichrist Superstar.
It's time to beat up the
It's just
bullies
sped
and
up.
wash the bullseye off my back. My red flag is your white one soaked in blood. My red flag is
Yeah.
your white one soaked in blood. It's time to beat up the bullies and wash the bullseye off my back. My red flag is your white one soaked in blood.
Yes. All right. So we're gonna be reviewing this right now. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to draw from it. Really, if you know the band and you know the artist, the writer, and you know his previous work. In a lot of ways, you really need to know the previous work to kind of understand these lyrics, I feel like. Or you need to like maybe even sort of like some knowledge of the Bible. Because a lot of his work references the Bible.
But I think that one of the strengths, right, is that your appreciation of the lyrics is deepened if you know the prior work. But you, as a first-time listener, can listen to this song and still find it engaging.
Yes, I think so. All right, we got to review it, Bob. Are you ready? Are you effing ready, Bob?
Iceman's saying that's the first time he's heard me say the F word.
Oh, well, you curse, Bob? I can't believe
It's in
you.
the lyrics,
I'm so
man.
disappointed.
I didn't have a choice. The power of Christ compelled me.
Okay. Wow, you're gonna bring up The Exorcist? That's effed
I had
up,
to.
you know that?
I had
That's
to.
really effed up.
I was obligated by law, actually.
Okay. Got our scorecard. All right, Bob, lyrics.
I'm going to give them an... do I have to do whole numbers or can I do half numbers?
What does that even mean?
Like, can I do 0.5s?
I've never done that before, so let's just keep it to the whole numbers.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 9.
All right. So you were going to give it, what, a 9.5?
I was going to give it an 8.5.
Wow. All right, why?
Because I think that they are compelling and interesting.
Yes.
I wish that he had gone a little bit further. Like, they do get a little bit repetitive.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what song structure is many times.
And I wish in some ways there were more of the narrative verses relative to the hook and the chorus and the pre-chorus and all of that. Like, I wish there was more narrative verse, but I still think that they were
You didn't
really
like
good.
that there wasn't a story about being hooked on drugs and, you know,
That he can't put down the cup?
and that he loves his friends, but he's not a, you know. All right. The lyrics are good. I think it's good, but I've heard the song many times over the last few months. I think I'll give it an 8 in the grand scheme of Manson's material. It is good. I do like some of the lines. I like the beginning is like classic Manson, the way he, you know, the whole thing of the dinner.
And he uses alliteration, which is
I really
nice.
like the whole your autopsy table is ready.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the end. It's like judgment, right?
Mhm.
Right from the very beginning. He's got it's the themes of, like, I would say rapture, the end times, the end. It's like you're being judged by God, right?
But you could also approach this from a cosmic
There's a lot of
level.
ways you could look at it. A lot of ways you could look at it. Just like the other song we heard the other day, the One Assassination Under God, that video. Some that just the album itself, there's a lot of themes of like biblical themes of like Jesus, right? One assassination under God. It makes me think of JFK and Jesus, right?
Well, but one of the reasons that the Bible is the most published book of all time is because it touches on these universal themes that, whether we're thinking about it from a cosmic existential perspective or the lens of our own individual small human lives, they are relevant and
But
they
I
remain
think-
relevant.
I think that's what a lot of people do with his lyrics. They kind of like make them like relatable in that way, right? And not that he's telling this broader story.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of sometimes he tries to strike the line in between, right? Like you could see it in multiple ways. That's one of the reasons I like his writing.
Yeah, he uses a lot of metaphor. Many of his albums are allegorical, like as, you know, standalone entities where he will embody a particular character or particular concept. And I think that not only does he use clever literary devices such as alliteration, right, and you know, the use of illustrative metaphor, he also manages to talk about things that are universal on multiple levels, so that no matter who you are or what your lived experience, you can find something in the lyrics that speaks directly to you. And that is genuinely a skill. You know, he has a very distinct narrative voice. He has a very clear, like, you can hear a song and pretty much like, even if you had never, you didn't know what Marilyn Manson sounded like, if you had only read his lyrics, if you heard a song, you would know whether or not it was a Marilyn Manson song.
He has a writing style that's been imitated a lot. Vocals, Bob.
Iceman, Charles Manson was a singer.
Yes, he was a singer. He was a songwriter. Well, actually, we're going to listen to one of his songs after we're done with this review. Now that you bring that up, he does. There's a good song that was made by the Beach Boys.
Yep.
Was remade by the Beach Boys. It's a Charles Manson song. I actually really enjoy it. It's kind of sick when you listen to the lyrics. Vocals, Bob.
The vocals were clean. I'm gonna give him an 8.
An 8, huh? Why?
I don't think it was like. I think it was good. I think
It doesn't
that this
have
is
that
a
kind of-
solid album, but it
doesn't
wasn't.
have that crunchiness, like the distortion you find in his other.
I feel like he was very restrained, particularly on that. We're gonna wash the bullets. Wait, what are you doing?
You just got talking to the microphone, calling Bob.
Particularly when he was saying things like "beat up the bullies and wash the bulls."
Yes.
I have my like. There were some evocative lyrics that I feel like he delivered in a very restrained and controlled way.
Yes.
And I think it would have benefited a little bit from him being a little looser.
Yeah.
And letting some of that raw, gritty vocalization that he's had in other songs come through, because it felt almost as though he was singing in the third person. It felt almost clinical, even though this was clearly very personal.
Yeah. I feel like he's talking about a period of time, right? Sort of like I said, I keep the themes of the purge, right?
Mhm.
Like these sinners are now going to pay their price, and the hypocrites, all
Well,
that,
this
because
is
that
the,
really
like-
is at the core of a lot of Manson's lyrics and a lot of the themes he has. Like you look at like a song like what's the one where the man that you fear?
Mhm.
It's just hypocrites, right? They stone him in the video.
Yeah.
And so they are actually, it's a lot like Frankenstein as well. It's like
Yeah.
they're the evil ones, right?
Yep.
That's what it seems like. Okay, so the vocals, I like the vocals in this song. I think it's different from other Manson songs because they've kind of toned down.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like in a lot of ways, that they stripped down the vocal. You're actually getting more of his raw voice on this album compared to his past albums, where they usually have this like deeper tone mixed in there. Like he does in a lot of ways a synthetic voice, where
Yeah.
he kind of like what he's doing is he's getting really close to the mic and he's using the more like deeper tones in his voice, and they mix that in with the other tones. Here it's just like the raw vocal where he bellows it out, but it doesn't sound like his previous work, which is like really over the top. And this it sounds like guttural, like he's actually saying this, and there's like you can hear the anger and the clarity in the vocal. So I like it, and I think it's worth an 8. It is worth an 8. I could even go as high as a 9. I mean,
I thought it
in
was
some ways
really
it's
good.
preference in a lot of ways too. Some people may like the more processed vocal,
I actually think that he should have kind of gone a step further and been a little bit more raw. This felt like
It is raw in a lot of ways. It's more raw than the other stuff.
I feel like it was very controlled. Like you can tell that there is a visceral undercurrent of anger to it.
Yeah.
But it was a very controlled anger. Like this is courtroom Manson. This is not I am out here exercising my demons.
You think he's not hurting himself when he screams this out?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, composition, not position.
Composition, I'm going to give a 9.
All right, why?
I think that the music is unique and it has a distinct sound, and I think that pairs nicely with the lyrics.
It doesn't really have that kind of like
I like that
really like
doot,
heavy.
doot 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 doot. Like I
All right.
like that like
So you said 9?
I gave it a 9. I like that it's like a very clean, but like it's very clean and it's very memorable.
Yes.
And it doesn't have a lot of fluff. It's very like, again, this whole song there's a lot of meaning. There's a lot of emotion to it,
Yeah.
but it's very restrained. So it feels, there's like a tension to it. And I think that's very enjoyable.
All right, composition. I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give the composition a 7.
Why?
That is the number of perfection. You know that? That's why he says it in the album. I think it's really good, but I don't think it's his best work. I think musically, it's referencing past songs.
Yeah.
Songs musically that I think were better. Musically, I think vocally in here, it's unique in itself. You can even give it a 10. It's a lot of times it's just preference, really. The 7, I'm just saying that because it's not it is an original piece of music, but it's inspired by his past work, which is kind of his thing. You know, he wants to kind of keep you want to keep that line right through there, like going forward album to album. This is in a lot of ways the continuation to his previous work years back. Like I said, this is like reminds me of stuff like Hollywood and Antichrist Superstar, that kind of thing. I feel like this is broken. Like if you put the other albums after that, those aren't kind of like connected to this. So what I'm saying is it's kind of that through line, right? If you put this together with the other ones, so they kind of make it sound similar to those albums, Antichrist and Hollywood. So it sounds like those, but the fact that it is highly inspired by them just makes me think like, you know, want to give those higher marks. So I'd say 7, right?
Yeah.
If it was a completely original, you know, I'd probably, I mean, it depends. Obviously it's preference, right? Or it's, I mean, I could give it an 8, 8 or 9.
But you gave it a 7.
I gave it a 7. I think it's still good marks, I think. All right, Hook.
I'm gonna give the Hook an 8.
All right, why?
I think it is anthemic. I think that it has like a universal appeal to it, but I think that I think that he could have been a bit more illustrative with it. Like it's like vague booking kind of. And I think that if you're gonna go as far as to make a whole song about it, just fucking say it. Just say the weird thing, you know?
Yes. I like the Hook. I like it. I think it's good. I'm gonna give it a 9. I do like it. I think it's cool. I like that visceral kind of, you know, I don't give a fuck. You know, I don't give an F if you say you're sorry. I think it's good. It's good. It's a good Hook, and you know the rest of the lyrics that follow. All right, the video, Bob.
I'm giving it a 7.
All right, why?
I don't particularly care for videos like this where it's just the band kind of bopping around. Like, I'm going to see that when I see them live. I don't really need a music video of that. I want him to tell me a story. I want him to show me his creativity in a visual format as well, and I think that he's very capable of doing that. And this was a little bit of a cop-out.
I think this, it reminded me of the Nine Inch Nails music video for, what's the name of that song? I forgot the name of it. It's not Head Like a Hole. It's another video. I forgot. Piggy? I think it was Piggy. It was either, or I forget the name of it. When they're in a white room. March of the Pigs, maybe?
Maybe.
That video, that reminds me a lot. This video reminds me a lot of that one.
But I feel like a lot of bands have this kind of a video where it's the band in a white room or on a sound stage.
Well, I mean, they are trying to
location.
reintroduce the band, right? This is the first video, Bob, that had the band in it. Because the first song had it had just him.
Yeah, I know.
There was no band, so this was kind of the introduction, I feel like, right?
Right, but then like make it that. Because this just felt like the standard issue band flopping around on a soundstage music video.
Yeah. I like the video. I think in a lot of ways it's kind of his return to his like kind of really creepy, brooding form, right? And again, this is an introduction of what I think is the Antichrist character again, the return of that character. This is why when the video starts, you see that kind of like he has this look about him, right? Like this real dark and mysterious kind of look. He also he's kind of like he's like perched and like he's like overseeing, right?
Yeah.
Sort of like a bird. I thought that was kind of interesting to look. He even does kind of, if you watch him, he's like flapping like a bird or something. Like his arms is really.
But I feel like he
looking.
does that move kind of a lot. He's got like rangy arms. Like he's
gone back to
limbs.
the whole arm thing. Like he's just
built like a fucking spider.
He's gone back to like, you know how he would act like he just discovered he has arms. He does all these funny poses. I like the video. I think it is really cool. I'm gonna give it an 8. It's not his best work at all, but for what it is, I do like it.
We have El Pinchy in the comments saying, that, you know, essentially agreeing with you, saying, good point, it's a new band.
Yeah, he's trying to, I think in some ways he's trying to introduce them.
Yeah, but like, I feel like because he has, like that bassist, for example, comes from another band and like she's kind of interesting.
I actually like, she's in the band Code Orange we watched in our last
but that's
video,
what I'm saying. Like he could have, if he wanted to make this a video about introducing this new band, then he could have done that. He could have integrated like Easter eggs from their own personal projects. He could have integrated, you know, the reasons why he picked them. right?
Oh, I mean, he's not going to put that in a music video, Bob.
Well, I'm not saying that he's going to stand there and make a bullet pointed list, right?
Yes.
But he could have done something to allude to the reason that they're there, you know?
Right.
So this just, I don't know, man.
They
Like,
don't. One thing they're missing is these guys don't have like the theme, right? You know, back in the day, Manson would each band member had like a name that
Yeah.
was associated to like a model or a serial
but
killer.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, these guys, they just don't have that look.
They're
to them.
just people. And I think that if he wanted to make this a video about introducing the new band, then he should have done that. And he didn't.
But
He
I
just
do-
showed them.
Well, he is incorporating them. If you watch the live performances, he's incorporating them into the music now, which is something he never used to do. Like now he has the band members backing him up on vocals.
I see.
Which
I
is
saw
totally
that.
different.
El Pinchy, the bassist, is a performer who is part of another band called Code Orange.
Yes.
We actually reviewed one of their songs, and she is like co-lead vocals, I think,
Yeah,
on that,
she
right?
does vocals. She has some songs where she does vocals. She's actually
Yeah,
pretty.
she's pretty talented.
She's a decent singer. She plays bass for Code Orange. She plays guitar in Manson, I think. Right? Am I wrong?
No, she plays the bass for Manson.
Oh, she plays bass. All right. All right, Bob. Take it or leave it.
Take it.
I knew it. You freaking Mansonite. You're disgusting. You disgust me. You make me want to throw up.
Is Manson our most seen band?
I'm taking it too, man.
We've seen Manson so many times.
Yeah, we've seen him a couple of times. So yeah, it's a good song. Check it out. We took it, people. We took it. It ain't as good as Dave Blunt's, but it's up there. It's pretty good. But we're
I am
weird. We're
intrigued
weird.
to see what comes next with this.
But what? What do you mean?
With this album, like, I want to know what the next video is going to be. I'm excited to see the tour. I'm excited to see him. We haven't
Well,
seen him
suppose
in
he
a
has
while.
a second half to that other album. To his new album, he has a second part to it.
I thought it was 3 parts.
Oh, I
No?
think it's 2 parts.
Oh.
I think it might be from what I've heard. I think it's supposed to be 20 tracks or something. Something around there. All right, so we're gonna watch that Manson song, the one I told you guys about.
Give me a second.
Give you a second about what? What do you mean? Okay, so Bob's gonna step away for a second. While she's stepping away, we're gonna watch. We're gonna listen. When Bob comes back, we'll listen to that song. All right, but till then, we'll watch this lady dump liver into a big bowl. Ooh, delicious. Wow, that has everything to do with music. Wow, she's putting milk in it. I heard this is a good way to make liver. My brother told me that you soak it in milk for like a day. She didn't soak it very long now, did she? Now she threw it in some black oil. That didn't look too good, that oil. She dumped a bunch of water into it. I guess she's going to boil it. Yeah, I know. It looks kind of like it's cooked a little too much, maybe. All right, now she's going to chop it up some more, I assume. I think that might be a cow's liver. All right, liver. What is that? Onion? Damn, she's throwing a lot of stuff in this liver, people. Throwing in some onions. This has everything to do with music, people. Just letting you know. All right, she's eating her liver with all her peppers. All right. So, do you think she'll put down the cup? I don't know. And I know that has nothing to do with music, but from time to time, people, you got to open your mind to different things, you know? You really do. All right, we're waiting for Bob to come back. All right. Just looking around for some funny videos. I had some funny videos I was going to show you guys. We have this one here, but we watched it yesterday. It's the one with the 2 girls who are like gangsters. The gangster twins. 1 second. All right. We're going to watch some hood bitches right now. Got a lot. I feel like YouTube, when it comes to music, is like almost 100% hood bitches. Right? That's like most of the videos. That's what they push on this platform. Look how many views this shit has. Like, I'm telling you, people, if you say the wrong thing on this platform, they will fucking destroy your page. It's what they've done to me. We are one of the greatest channels known to man. It is just a fact. It's just a fucking fact. Remember to subscribe to the Real Food TV, people, and hit that like button. Supposedly it helps the channel. Yes, man, I eat liver. Liver's not too bad. Liver's actually really good for you, just saying. Just on a side note, it is, on a side note, it's totally relevant to what we're, I mean, you just watched a liver video. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This video here with these hood hoes beating the shit out of each other has over 1 million views. I would be very lucky to get that. These people literally just beat each other up, punch each other in the head, it gets 1 million views. That means that the algorithm is pushing this. This is what YouTube pushes. Over 1 million views for this shit. Look at this guy over here filming this shit. This dude here is filming. Like, that dude for real should be imprisoned for that, for being a little bitch. It's a man, supposedly. And he's filming these women fight. I think if one of those girls was to die, that dude should be taken to prison along with him. Because he didn't do shit except run away. I mean, why you want to push men being like that? And I understand if he wasn't part of it and just walked away, but he's fucking filming it. Right? What do you think of that, Bob?
I mean, I just
The
think
dude is
it's
filming
a
it.
ridiculous display. I think they should all go to jail.
Yeah,
Every
there's
last
multiple
one of them.
people
Go round
filming
them all
this.
up and take them to jail.
All right, so you're just standing around and filming this, and what are you gonna do with that, bro? All right, so there you go. This is what YouTube pushes.
Tell me you're a bitch without telling me you're a bitch.
Hola, me llamo Anika. How you
We're in
doing?
a
or
fucking
whatever?
fluffy bathrobe, no
Y'all want
less.
us to come to y'all
My
house
lord.
to have a little party for him?
My
and we
lord.
Those are very fat.
They are all built to outlast the British.
This video here has almost 2 million views.
really fully.
They will survive a hard winter.
Or is it beef?
Right.
I'm telling you, if you're a hood hoe, you could literally do almost nothing, and your shit's getting pushed all over this platform.
Okay, so what's wrong with
This YouTube.
That looks like it's from a Wii TV, which is an actual channel on
Yeah, but
television.
it's just some hood hoes hanging out with each other. I'll tell you, any hood hoe video is getting loads and loads of views. It doesn't matter what it is. You got these women smacking each other in the face. That shit's got hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. And it just shows you what YouTube does. This is what they push in their trash platform. I'm just hoping that this platform goes under at some point. Because really, I think they really throttle your views. Just got to say it. They really fuck with your viewership. All right. Bob.
Yeah.
Where were you? Did you go away? Did you enjoy your water?
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm looking for a video. Talk a bunch, Bob.
About what?
Anything.
So what do we think of the circus that is the confirmation hearings? Is anybody actually watching them? There's some pretty funny moments coming out. Not as funny as the alien hearings, but, there's some humor to be had.
Yeah, we have another episode of the CW News coming up soon where we're going to talk about the over $5 billion this guy just put into a
500 billion.
Yeah, $500 billion for a automation for an AI infrastructure. It's very suspect. Like I said, the guy's not real. He's very fake. Yes, Bob.
I just think, I don't know. All of it I take with such a large grain of salt. It's all just such silliness. And it's particularly and specifically intended to be divisive.
I mean, it's going to be a lot more than divisive when they bring in automation and the way these guys are pushing it. It's not just about talking. It's about them actually bringing in the infrastructure for your, I don't know, your loss of freedom. There's a lot of stuff we're going to come with that. But right now, let's stay positive. We're going to be listening to the Beach Boys. This is a Charles Manson song. All right. It's called what is this? Never Learn Not to Love. Here it is. This is a Charles Manson song. It was covered by the Beach Boys.
So do we have the version sung by him?
No, because I don't think he ever sang it on recording.
So he wrote the song.
Yes, this is his song. All right, here it is. It's kind of got a weird intro. It's kind of creepy. You hear like it swells.
Yeah.
Dark says, "What if this song is cursed for everyone that listens to it?"
Welcome to the curse, guys.
It's like the Ring of the Ring, Bob.
Yeah,
The
Charles
Ring.
Manson is going to climb out of your computer screen
Yes.
or out of your cell phone and do his weird ninja dance.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna do that damn ninja dance.
And then he's going to
like,
creep closer to you and just give you the gentlest little kiss on your forehead.
he's gonna be like, everything is, what was it that he says? Everything is a reflection of this, and it's so weird.
And then
like
he does his weird like ninja
his
dance.
weird techno dance.
He was the inspo for that like goths dancing under a bridge.
He does. He
If-
looks a lot like that. I feel like he was the first one to do
They
that.
saw that and were like, you know what? This speaks to my soul.
I mean, it's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Al Pinchy is saying it sounds like a hit.
What, this song? It doesn't sound that bad, but you could tell like the lyrics. It's like very like cult like.
That's very pun intended, I'm
Yes,
assuming.
Yes. Yeah, I know this is kind of like pointless right now, Bob, but we have to.
Is it pointless?
Well, we have to bring up the toilet. Are we gonna put Manson in the toilet, Bob?
Never.
Never. Whoa, that's pretty
Never.
messed up. What are you, in a Manson cult or something?
Sure.
Wow, that's really.
If Jared
effed up.
Leto can have a cult. Actually, no, I'm too oppositional and defiant.
Nope, there's a fat guy. He's still around. I'm
No,
gonna have to
leave
blow
him in
that
the
up one more time.
You leave him in the toilet.
I'm gonna have to blow him up. He just doesn't want to die. Now, I don't want him to die, obviously, but I'm just saying. All right, so Manson gets to be saved from the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're not gonna put him in the toilet, but the other dude, we have to blow him up again.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
for good measure.
We have to. Oh wait, what? What the F? What the F? Oh well, that water came out way after. What is that about?
I don't know, man. Sounds like your toilet's having a malfunction.
All right, we got to clean this poop off. All right, the song ended. What'd you think of the song, Bob?
It was enjoyable.
What I like
Especially
most
because
about
it's
Adobe-
really fucking creepy. Look at that unit.
This lady just keeps popping up everywhere. I'm sick of her
Look
already.
at those jubblies.
Look at those jubblies. Wow, those are some pretty big jubblies, right?
They are
And she's kind of big.
present
Right.
and accounted for.
This is not the reason why this advertisement started for people to look at her jubblies, was it?
I mean, she keeps showing them off.
She's kind of fat.
You don't want people looking at your jubblies. Don't have them out on the table.
They don't look too jubbly anymore. They look jubbly there.
Yep.
Why are we watching this video? I hate this video. All right. So, It's getting really late. We're gonna watch one last video and we're gonna get out of here.
It's getting late.
It is
It's
pretty damn
almost
late.
pumpkin time, man.
It's what we do, people. We do our shows very late. We need to stop doing that and do them earlier. We're gonna stay in the theme of goth, I guess. Do you want to stay goth, Bob?
Sure.
Do you want to review one more song or what?
Sure. Let's just get on with it. Do what you're gonna do.
Do you want to be goth?
Oh my god. Ask me one more time and I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna hit you with a dog.
All right. We'll watch this one. It's kind of a nice sounding song. It's a bit dark. It's a bit dark. Just gotta say it. All right.
I mean, you were out here summoning the Antichrist, and then you played the cursed Charles Manson song. Like,
okay, this one's a little bit dark.
I feel like
This is a little dark.
we've already committed.
All right, this song is called "Don't Pray for Me." It's from an artist who's very familiar with Manson. He's worked with him. His name is Tim Skold.
Also, excellent performer to
All
see
right,
live.
Let's see this.
Little Swedish dude.
Perspective from down on your knees will
All right, so there you go. There's Tim Skold.
We've got El Pinchy in the comments saying that it sounds like Power Man 5000. Yeah, it has that driving bass line, that kind of almost upbeat drum line to it that does have very Power Man 5000 vibes. But it's a bit more sedate than Power Man 5000. It's more sedate. It's, I guess, energetic in a different way. We've got Prescribed Drone saying, I love Scold. People used to think he was Manson before Golden Age came out.
Yeah, he actually helped him make that album.
Yeah.
He helped him make a couple of albums. I've seen Tim Scold. We've seen him live, I think, twice.
Yeah, we've seen him live a couple times.
He's pretty good.
He's really good. I really enjoy his music.
He's been around for a long time. We're talking about decades. I mean, he started in the 1980s, this guy. He had a band called Shotgun Messiah. Been around there for a long time.
And it's interesting. This song seems to have similar themes to the Manson song we just reviewed. This seems to be about
I think he's
hypocrisy.
I think he's a little less religious than Manson is.
I think that I don't mean in the sense of like what he personally believes, but this seems to be or to have themes of hypocrisy, religious hypocrisy specifically. Yes. And I think that is at least to some extent what Manson was talking about in Raise the Red Flag.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to line this up. It's hard to see it. It's a little messed up there. We're going to get the lyrics in here.
El Pinchy is asking if we like Anna Varney. I don't know who that is. Maybe I know who that is, but I don't think I know who that is. Tell us who this is, El Pinchy, and we will tell you if we like them, her, him, unknown.
All right, can you see that, Bob? The
Yes.
lyrics? All right, want to read them?
An extra mile to cross the line. I kiss my Judas one more time. I die for your sin. Life is simple. Life is sweet. The perspective from down on your knees will kill you from within. Fortune and fame, torture and shame. Think twice before you speak. Glory and blame, it's all the same. My game is your defeat.
That dude got some bars, huh? Do we have to pull up the fucking Eminem counter over here? Sorry, wrong clip. Do we need the Eminem counter? This guy is rhyming. He already got 3 in the bucket. Nah, we're not gonna do the Eminem counter right now. Okay, keep reading, Bob.
Don't pray for me. I don't need your sympathy. I don't want your God protecting me. Don't pray for me. I don't want your empathy. I don't need your savior saving me. Don't pray for me. I don't care what book you quote. Your poison is my antidote. I don't burn and I don't breathe. Wrap that guilt up deep inside. Religion as an alibi. What more could you need? Fortune and fame, torture and shame. You still don't understand. Glory and blame, it's all the same. Some things go hand in hand. Don't pray for me. I don't need your sympathy. I don't want your God protecting me. Don't pray for me. I don't want your empathy. I don't need your savior saving me. Don't pray for me. See, he keeps saying your God, your empathy. Like, I don't think he's talking about God big tent, right? God as the concept, the creator, whatever. He's talking about the specific hypocrisy of religious people who are fundamentally bad people, but go to church on Sunday.
Yes.
So I think that this is very similar to the Manson song, because it's about that hypocrisy, that absence of loyalty, people who perform friendship, who perform closeness when it is convenient to them. And that's what he's saying. I don't want your God. I don't want your empathy. I don't want your savior. Not, I don't want to be saved. I don't want somebody to pray for me. Like, I don't want you inflicting your hypocrisy on me.
Yeah.
And he's referring to this person he's speaking to as Judas.
Yes.
So this is very clearly in that vein.
All right, so is there any more lyrics there, or is that it?
I think that's it.
Want to read what you see there, or is it the hook again?
That's the hook again that I just read.
There's right here, it says sacrifice the innocent. Did you read that?
Oh, I didn't see that. That wasn't in there.
Yeah, because there's more.
Sacrifice the innocents. When you eliminate the decadence, you celebrate an enemy who will blind your eyes and steal your dreams. Don't pray for me. I don't need your sympathy. I don't want your God protecting me. Don't.
Is that all of it? Because we had some more there. So you saw this.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So
it was just that last verse that was missing.
About the innocence. Okay, so there you go. We're going to pull that off the screen right now. Sorry about that. All right, so you want to review this, Bob?
Sure.
Okay, give me 1 second. Just got to pull up our scoreboard. Got some things sitting in the way. All right. All right, Bob. Lyrics.
I'm going to give lyrics an 8.
An 8, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I think they're compelling in their own way.
Yes. So you don't think he's sacrilegious?
No, not at all. I think that actually he and Manson managed to appear sacrilegious while actually being religious.
All right, give 1 second. All right.
This song is essentially about the betrayal of somebody. This is about somebody, I think, based on the lyrics, this is about somebody very close to him betraying him. You know, I kiss my Judas one more time. Yes. I don't want your God. I don't want your savior. I don't want your prayers. Like, this sounds like somebody who was harmed.
He's been backstabbed.
Yeah.
That's why he kissed his Judith.
Yeah.
Something he was praying to. Maybe it was a relationship.
That's what it sounds like to me. This sounds like somebody he loved who
backstabbed,
betrayed him
in
a very
Christ,
profound
right?
way.
Christ is Judith.
Who sold him out. Basically.
All right, vocals, Bob.
I mean, this is very typical Tim Skold sound.
Yeah. I feel like this is kind of a more stronger performance for him.
It is, but it is, you know, his thing is he has these like powerful lyrics, these driving tracks, and then his vocals are very restrained. So, I mean, I think that I would give them a 7. I think it's good, but it's like he's not pushing himself, and I think he could have done a little more.
For me, for Skold's voice, I mean, I feel like this is kind of him pushing it a little more than usual. His vocals, I can't draw a damn 7. I'm going to give him an 8. I think it's a good vocal song for Tim Skold. Usually his vocals are very like subtle.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really put a lot into it. Lyrics are pretty good. I think his voice is good here. Composition, Bob.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I enjoyed it. I think it's a good song. I think
you said an 8. You said,
yeah. I think it is a well put together, cohesive sound.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 9. I think it's some of his best work. I think it's one of his best songs. The hook, Bob.
I think the hook's really good. I'm giving the hook a 9.
A 9? Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think that it manages to sound very, like, it is very ear catching, I guess, because it sounds like very controversial. But when you actually think about it, it's almost more impactful than it initially sounds like. Because when you hear it's like, don't pray for me, I don't want your savior saving me, right? But then you actually think about it, and it's like he is saying this to somebody who he is essentially calling out on their name on being a hypocrite. And that's very interesting, and I think it's a really good
angsty. Maybe he's talking about Manson. All right,
I was actually thinking that. I was like, is he talking about Manson?
Don't pray for me. All right, Bob, video.
I like the video. I'm going to give the video a 9. I think the video...
It is a good video. I feel like there's something about it. It is very angsty. You see him laying in the bed there with all those pills.
Yeah.
And he's like killed himself in multiple different ways, right? He just keeps killing himself.
But it's all about that, like, the destruction of the ego, right?
I think it is a good video, I think, in a way. It's pretty good production value. The cinematography is nice.
Yeah.
It is dark. It's very dark.
Yeah.
Like I said, you got him with the... he's playing Russian roulette. He's freaking taking pills. What else did he do in there, Bob?
He is in the bathtub with the hair dryer.
Oh, yeah. And he stabbed himself in the stomach. Like, what did he call that?
I forget what it is.
Samurais?
Yeah.
Take it or leave it, Bob.
I take it. I like Tim Skold. Yeah. I like Tim Skold. Tim Skold is a fun
We're going to take it. We're weird. We're so goth. It's amazing. We're really freaking goth.
I'm a cucumber.
All right. We got Dan Drone. Or Prescribed Drone. Prescribed Drone, sorry. He has a comment there, Bob. Want to read it?
I can't.
Why not?
Because my phone is dead.
All right, so I'm showing it on the screen. Do you see it?
I showed them Sopor like years ago. Is that who Anna Varney is? Sopor Eternus?
Sopor? Oh, maybe we could watch that just to kind of like cap it all off on the goth, on the gothness. We won't review it, Bob. We'll just watch it.
Okay.
All right.
But I feel like Prescribed Drone is probably responding to El Pinchy or Iceman, because El Pinchy asked if we know who Anna Varney was, and then you said, who is that?
Yeah.
So maybe did El Pinchy respond?
I don't know. I didn't see. I'm going to check right now. I mean, look, give me 1 second, people.
Don't break your setup, please. Oh, Jesus.
Set it up. There you go.
Okay.
All right,
Okay, so yeah, El Pinchy is saying that Anna Varney is Sopor Aeternus. Yes, Prescribed Drone showed that performer to us. Very enjoyable.
All right.
Dark is saying that blind your eyes and steal your dreams is what Dio says in the song Heaven and Hell. That's actually interesting. I do think it's kind of fun when artists Easter egg each other and you know, they'll have references. I think that that's really interesting because it is like music lovers speaking to music lovers in the language of music lovers.
Yes, we did like this song. Tim Gold does not go in the toilet. We're gonna watch. We're gonna listen to one more song, then we're gonna get out of here. But we're not reviewing this one. We gotta like sum it up in one number, right, Bob? Wouldn't that be good? I feel like that one of the most important things about our reviews is take it or leave it, because in many ways, you know, this is kind of like it's subjective. You know,
Yeah.
can be subjective. So like, take it or leave it really is one of the most important things when we do these reviews, because then you know we're just telling you, we're recommending it. It's worth a listen, you know. All right. Or viewing in the case of the music videos. Give me 1 second. Bob, say things while I'm looking.
Things. You said that you didn't specify how many times I should say things.
Oh my God, Bob, can you stop?
I don't know, can I?
We're trying.
The cool thing about Pi
All right,
is that
sorry about that we have these hoes on the screen.
These hoes in the screen.
There's some
These
hoes in this
the
house.
screen.
We're going mad goth right now, people.
I wish I was a little bar of soap. I wish I was a little bar of
You know who he reminds you of, Bob?
Who?
Remember Salad Fingers?
Yes.
That's what he reminds me of Salad Fingers.
soap. I'd go slippy, slippy, slimy over everybody's hiney. I wish I was a little bar of soap. Of soap.
You two should come down. I'll be rapping, I'll be capping.
I like that.
That is the high note.
You're gonna
Literally.
purify your soul with a bar of soap, huh? Is that a real thing?
El Pinchy said, what a legend. El Pinchy, props for knowing who Sopor Aeternus is. Like, excuse me?
He's liking this stuff.
Okay. Okay, Goth.
He's mad goth, bro. Mad goth.
The goth in me recognizes the goth in you.
Wow, really? He is pretty
Goth
damn.
must
That is
stay.
pretty damn goth, isn't it?
That is pretty goth. That's like niche goth. That's niche music nerd goth.
Yeah, we're becoming music nerds around here.
The one plugin that I want to show.
Sorry about that. Whatever the hell that was, people. All these stupid advertisements keep turning
You
on.
and your stupid advertisements.
Damn advertisements.
Get off my lawn,
But what-
advertisements.
But with that said, people, it is 1:00 in the morning on the East Coast. We're going to be getting out of here.
It
We'd
is-
like to
it
show
is
you a million more
pumpkin time.
videos, but
Pumpkin time for Bob, man.
yes. Do you want to watch the Halloween song, Bob, before we get out of here, just to end the gothness?
Your favorite one?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Just for you.
Okay. One more song, people. You probably heard it. I know you probably did. We're going to get even more goth, but this is goth in a lighter way. We're just going to start in the song.
I don't know, man. To purify your soul and your behind is pretty...
I think that's
pretty light.
I think that's more gay than goth. I mean, it's goth. It is goth. It is. All right, here it is.
I wouldn't change places with anyone tonight. We'll carve pumpkin faces and watch the witches' flight. Every human heart will shudder. Every soul will shake with fear. Tonight, the creepiest. Tonight, the scariest. Tonight, the most wonderful.
Night. Look at that bat around his neck, Bob.
He
Look at
is
this.
trying really hard to be like seductive right now.
Yes, he is. Look at those eyes. You see, he looks like Steve Buscemi.
Those are he's trying to do the bedroom eyes. He's trying to give you the business.
Night. Tim
And
Curry's
that is
funny.
a horrifically terrible bat.
Yes,
Like,
that's
that is what a bat. That is what somebody would make if they'd never seen a bat.
That was drawn by like a 2-year-old with like issues, like eye issues and hand issues.
That was a 2-year-old with astigmatism.
Not very vampire-like, is it? That is the gayest vampire ever.
No, he stole those cape things from Shenyun. You know,
Yeah.
like the Shenyun, that Asian like ballet that they're always giving you the little pamphlets.
Bob, what do you think of that line there? This is a really deep line. He says your dog could turn into a cat. There's two opposites.
We have
right?
found
Yin
the
and
root
yang.
cause of the transgender movement.
On Halloween, your dog could turn into a cat. There may be a toad in your bass guitar.
And how would that work? How would a
I feel
toad
like
be
that
in your
toad
bass
would have a
guitar?
really hard
Those are
time.
usually made solid. You know that, Bob, with strings on them.
Or your sister could turn into a bat.
Damn.
Christmas time brings the
You have
snow.
sisters. Did any of them ever turn into a bat, as far as you're aware?
No.
Damn.
One of them might have dressed like Batman at one point, or Batwoman, Batgirl. Did Bob? Did you know that summertime brings the sun?
I had no idea. This is news to me. Breaking news.
Well, look, on Halloween, your blood begins to run. Why is more than half his body red? Is that supposed to be blood?
I think so.
It looks terrible. This is like when people found green screen effects for the first time. I could do all these effects. They're very easy to do, but I mean, it's pretty amazing, right? This has got to be one of the worst green screen effects ever. Like, look at that cassette tape. That's supposed to be a cassette tape.
It's better than a video.
Right?
Gremlin's gonna mess up every cassette.
Whose idea was it to do that? They just did some cutouts.
I
That
feel like
looks
everybody
garbage.
was just on a lot of drugs, and they were like, full send, man. This is the move.
I could understand, like, if you do like a reflection, you know, you make it look like it's reflecting. But why would you cut it out like that? Like you're like a freaking kindergarten cut that out. It's not even even, the cuts.
No.
It looks like a weird peanut.
It's a Tim Curry
Wanted
peanut.
it, Bob.
Dark is in the comments saying that guy was funny in Loaded Weapon 1.
Oh, yeah, he was. He was hilarious in there.
From London to Idaho, April 1st can be fun. New Year's Eve is a bore.
Oh, my God. New Year's Eve isn't a
He
bore.
just
Come on.
he's taking a shit on everything. man.
Wow.
But on Halloween, your flesh begins to crawl. Oh, I'm losing.
On Halloween, your flesh what?
Begins to crawl.
You know what? He reminds me, he sounds sort of like David Bowie here.
He does a little bit. This is very David Bowie Labyrinth.
David Bowie Labyrinth. They're both British, aren't they? Maybe it's something in the water.
Sardine, your dentist could turn into a queen. Has anybody seen my tambourine?
I like how he says, "Has anybody seen my tambourine?" And he literally pulls it out of his jacket
cape.
and starts smacking it. This is my favorite part. I feel like this in some ways inspired the video games Castlevania. That trail that he leaves is a lot like Symphony of the Night, which also has an amazing soundtrack. We should actually listen to it on the show. We actually could get away with that. I think it's
tonight.
It totally is fair use. We should go out with that. Like, just play it when we go out.
We shouldn't.
We should.
We should do an episode.
Yes,
that
we could.
is about video game soundtracks.
Yeah, we could totally listen to Castlevania Symphony of the Night. We're gonna start listening to some more video game music. This is the best part of the song. Creep-bah. Doesn't he look like some fucked up, like he's channeling Mick Jagger here? Creep-bah. Like, you see the way he kind of like looks away and then comes back. Just like, you know what he reminds me of? He kind of reminds me of like a white James Earl Jones, doesn't he?
A bit, yeah.
He looks almost just like him. His voice, you'll notice later in this part, he actually sounds like him as well. Look how deep he can get his voice. Hey, you see how deep he can get his voice, Bob?
Yeah.
He also looks like the guy from, there's a band, I forgot the name of it, it's from New York City. I think it's called the New York Dolls or something.
Yes.
He looks like him, sort of. But you see how he kind of like, he gets his voice real deep over here. Before that point, he gets his voice real deep. Like the way he says crawler. Crawler! Right? He is a creepy dude. He also looks like Michael Caine, doesn't he?
Yes.
Like all these British people, they need to stop inbreeding, guys. I'm sorry. I just got to say it. He looks like Michael Caine. There's just not enough people over there. You need more people. That's the scariest part.
So we've got Dark in the comments saying Wilderness Girls. And that he actually kills Whoopi Goldberg in that movie. If only that was real life.
Yeah, remember he kills her. That was hilarious. That movie's amazing.
And then El Pinchy is saying, is Rocky Horror as awesome as people say? To be honest,
I don't know if I could ever sit through it even
Rocky
once.
Horror, just watching it like on your own, pass. But if you go to the theater and you see it with a bunch of like theater kids that are going to participate and do all the things, it's actually really fun.
Is it?
Yeah, like they throw spoons or something
No,
at the
that's what
screen
they did.
at one
No,
point.
that's what they did at the thing we saw, The Room.
Yeah, but
They throw
it's like
spoons?
that. When you see it in that kind of environment with like a bunch of other people who really, really love it and they get really into it and they dress up, like it's a great time. But just you like watching it on your own, it's kind of stupid. Like it's not that great. It's kind of cringe. It's very camp. It's funny, but it's not like groundbreaking. Where it shines is when you see it as like a participatory experience. So you're
Really?
just gonna go on ahead and play that anyway, huh?
All right.
I thought we were ending on the Halloween song.
We're gonna end on this. We're gonna get out of here.
No,
people.
we already ended.
We didn't end yet. We're leaving right now, Bob. Calm the F down. We got to say thanks to everybody
It's
who came in here.
Pumpkin time.
It's
ho.
pumpkin time, people. We want to thank you all for coming in here tonight. You've been watching
Yes.
Foo and Bob Music Review. Remember to subscribe to The Real Foo TV and hit that like button. And if you guys want to support The Real Foo TV, our Venmo is in the description. We really appreciate all the pennies. For only 10 cents a day, you too could save.
You too can sponsor a Foo.
You can sponsor an asshole. Just kidding. YouTube doesn't help me out. Maybe eventually I'll get monetized, that'd be good. But this is a labor of love as well, people. And once again, we want to thank you all for coming in. And you want to say some thanks to the people in the comments, Bob?
Yeah, thanks to El Pinchy, thanks to Dark, thanks to Prescribed Drone, thanks to Iceman. I think that was mostly who was in there. I don't think I saw anybody else.
There's tons of people in there, people. There's like millions of people in there.
Our active commenters.
Thanks a lot, guys. We'll probably be back. We're going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to put out some more stuff. We're always doing new things. We're trying to...
Maybe not even in the middle of the night.
Not in the middle of the night, people. We're going to have an earlier stream for the sports segment of this channel. I might actually talk about David Benavidez Morrell, and we're going to be doing a live play-by-play of that fight on this Saturday. Should be pretty good. There's also a UFC event. I'll probably just do the boxing, most likely. I don't know. We'll see. All right. We got any comments in there, Bob?
Just Dark is saying that if we had a different money thing, he would give, but he doesn't use Venmo.
All right. Well, we'll add some more in the future.
But thank you. That is
thanks
kind
a
of
lot.
you to say.
All right. We just hopefully everyone enjoyed this amazing show. It was pretty damn amazing. We are amazing. Yeah.
You're amazing. Phil.
You're listening to the music right now from Assault on Precinct 13, people. This is the official theme. It's pretty damn awesome. I'm going to show you the image for 1 second.
You know, back before everything was just...
Yeah, back before movie scores were... This was back when they actually made movie scores.
That sounded like movies.
Yes, this is John Carpenter, I think. The same guy that made Halloween. It has a similar sound to Escape from New York.
Hey, Dark, you're in California, right? John Carpenter is doing a series of performances in California in the fall.
Performances of what?
Like his movie scores. Like it's like a John Carpenter themed show.
Oh, that's interesting. But he made the music or something?
I don't know who is playing the music.
Maybe it is the composer that created these themes.
Mm-hmm. It's called, I think it's called A Night with John Carpenter, and it's I think it's in September.
Definitely cool, man. Really, it's good. I think it's good music. The scores from the John Carpenter films, I do like them. Halloween, Escape from New York had a really great theme. The lead score. I mean, all the music's good in these movies. All right, but with that said, once again, you check it out, people. All right, so we want to, once for the 1,000th time, we want to thank you all for coming in here. Have yourselves a good night.
Good night.